Hello, everyone. We're here just to make sure stream's still going. Gotta double check with all y'all. We're just waiting on one person, but we'll be with you shortly.
We know the rule.
We need a spammer. Bless you. That sounded like a cough.
I don't know. A little bit.
I'm concerned. Okay, we'll be right back with these messages.
Be right back after these short messages. Dun dun.
Recording.
No,
Fire gold.
All right, it's on now. We are on live now.
Well,
Welcome,
you missed
viewers.
all the comedy gold.
live from Saturday Night Live from New
Wednesday
York.
night.
Crazy the stuff he was just saying though. Like I don't know if any of it was toss.
I don't believe you were saying what you were just saying, Josh. I mean, the good thing you
Welcome
weren't
back
streaming.
to Wednesday DnD. Here, finally.
Hey!
I got Jameson now.
Amanda's been
Do you want a thing of Jameson?
Please.
You want a
Well, we're
glass or
back
what?
on live.
Well, I have a glass of wine.
yeah, fucking.
You can wait until I'm done.
With Frigid Six.
Yep.
That is insane how long that meeting has been going.
That was insane how perfectly timed you just got in here.
Yeah, we just started
What?
it.
Because we're like, let's fucking start. And we're like, okay. And
No,
then
why
it's
you
like-
guys didn't start?
well, because we were talking and we were laughing and
Oh,
giggling,
okay.
so
No, makes
we
sense.
weren't. And we were figuring, oh, it's gonna be done now. And Josh was like, it's been 27 minutes. And we're like,
Dude,
okay.
Dude, I'm losing my mind. Let's
least
get
you're
it
not the
going.
I will say that is very out of the ordinary, though. Usually it's
Okay.
okay, guys. Let's go. Wait, I got to start the stream. Hold on.
No, I was
He
like
was-
here
he
the
was ready.
first. I was here
he was
first.
here
before everyone else.
He even
I
had
told
like
him,
his
oh, don't
startup.
speak.
He had his
Normally he's at
startup
the
stream
store.
ready, saying like, "I'll be there in a minute, getting ready."
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better with his streaming. Like, it only took him like a year and a half to finally get the idea
fuck
on
you.
his stream, but whatever.
You don't
Like,
know what
yeah.
it's like. You haven't even messed with
Yeah.
all the bullshit.
It must
I
be
have.
hard
It's
not
that
working.
hard.
It, you know,
It must be hard.
it
a long
has
day.
been.
You wake up in the morning and you're like, "What am I doing?"
Psychology.
I do like
Psychic
streamers
wise,
who
I'm
have a
fucked up.
full-time
I
job
know.
and they're still streaming.
Psychologically.
I got a
Sound
tag
it
team
out.
with Storm.
I
and
ain't
Sun
sounding it out, you fucking plastic milk drinker.
Okay.
Anyway, we're starting.
Okay, you don't want speech fucking speech
I've
pattern
been
help. I'm not
through
gonna
it
fucking give
for
it that.
years, monkey.
Man, fuck you.
Oh, I
Wow, the Canadians said the F word, not even frig you.
know.
Oh, where's yours at?
Help.
Oh, what?
Yep.
He ain't gotta
Oh,
say
wait.
sorry either. Sure.
Well,
You
I
haven't
feel a
earned
little.
sorry.
Hey, Pico, welcome.
Let me get you some whiskey. Okay. No. Are they both Jameson?
There you go.
Sick.
Ting. That's right.
Dang.
It's tea.
You know, it's
Tea,
actually an
apple
insult to
juice.
cheers
It's
with water.
As usual, it's empty.
Cocaine.
What thing?
Everyone
drinking
started
cocaine?
choosing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cocaine.
I saw, yeah.
I'm not.
Wait, why are you drinking out of your fucking horn?
Because it's not clean. I don't know where it's at. Somewhere. Is it downstairs? I thought it was in one of the boxes in the bonus room still.
Yeah, and get your horn out.
I'm not gonna
your
put
horn out.
whiskey in it or wine. I'll put beer.
Yeah, you can't put whiskey in a. Is it a pewter horn or a bone horn?
It's a bone horn.
Okay.
It's a steer horn.
Whiskey
But
should be fine.
yeah, but I
know
know
in
it's
pewter you
it's
don't
also a
wanna
big
put-
horn, like for a little bit of
Oh.
whiskey. So I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
that's.
you know, put like a couple
the horn
fingers
is
in there, and it's
absorbing
like.
the
No,
alcohol.
yeah, I feel that. It's like.
And
I
then
got
the
a pewter
wine, I
horn
don't want
that
the wine to die the bone.
No, it's
But the
fucking
beer's
wrong.
okay.
It's like I can't put wine in a pewter
Mhm.
cup or I'll kill myself with lead
I'm gonna
poisoning.
eat this whole chocolate bar. and I'm gonna eat the
I
whole
want one piece if that's
I
okay.
wonder if you guys are gonna put make mead in your room.
Mead?
Yeah.
Dude, no, fuck mead. I want
making
moonshine.
Alcohol on base mine.
And all you need for that is a bathtub.
Yeah, bathtub.
I'm pretty sure it's
Anywho,
meth.
last time,
Yes,
remember
please,
the Frigid Six?
introduction.
They're back now.
They're
all right?
back.
Here they are, infiltrating the city of thieves, the city of Rothold, where they're given the task by the Bright Queen to find this missing sage, where they bump into some old friends who are as well looking for a mysterious person who's missing, a Kenku, our dear friends Ingrid and Mordecai.
And a shaman.
After a day or so, 2 days of no luck finding either of these people, and having our two friends who have been here for over a week or so, still having zero luck, we finally get a lead on one of the revelry captains having information regarding about this Kenku, who is our top priority right now because that's the only information we have. She mentioned to exchange information if we were to get all the magical possessions or a large majority of them from the Cairn Hill in exchange for information. Done deal, sold, let's go, let's wrap this thing up. Not our first time doing it. We make our way to Carn Hill from the south side. As we notice, we kind of see a bunch of guards on like wizard watchtowers, kind of illuminating by tombs and such from the tower. And we're like, let's take it. We engage the tower, only to find out these are just students.
Innocent.
Innocent students. Honestly, they had no intention of hurting us. So after we kind of paused our attack before anything got too lethal, came to the realization that we were given the wrong information and that this needs to be handled personally. But first, we'll be waiting for the Archmage.
The principal.
The principal of this whole
Principal.
school trip,
Yeah,
The
to our
curator.
understanding.
forget his name. But yes,
Mr. Beans.
Mr. We're gonna call him Daniel.
Daniel.
No,
I feel like Mr.
Jeffrey.
Beans is
Jeffrey.
the best.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey or Joffrey? Jeffrey or Joffrey?
No, definitely Jeffrey. I don't want to kill Joffrey.
Okay.
I like that we're making the decision for the DM to name them.
He's all like changing names.
I know, it's like, God damn it. Gotta erase it.
That's a good name. It's a good name.
Write that down, write that
Alright.
down. I need my notebook. Shit.
And scene. Anyway, Alright. Here atop the Carn Hill at the expedition site, you have just diffused tensions roughly with those of the Cerberus Assembly. At the same time, you've also been informed that the eldest individual, one of the annexes, has already informed his direct superior that the camp was attacked, that there needs to be some sort of response, and you were encouraged to stay to
We
face that.
thought it would be best if we were to stay, so it doesn't look like we're running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a hit and run.
So we're like, hey, we messed up. Let's talk this through.
This is the information that we were given. Obviously, it was wrong.
With that, the students of the assembly begin to look to their teachers, instructors for advice. Or the eldest one, the one that you had previously almost smeared against the pavement in stone,
But he's been healed quite a bit.
she's been healed, yes.
That's good.
But she diverts the students and an instructor for each to head into their respective ruins where they've been assigned bunks and beds to get about finishing their night's rest and to talk through the arrangement that had been made between you and the faculty. That said, it's about midnight still, so whatever you guys want to do, now's the time.
We are waiting for Archmage who again? What's the proper titlement?
The principal.
For note, for
We
note's
actually don't
sake.
know the name, do we?
For note's sake.
You were
We actually
given,
don't
yeah,
know.
you do know the name. Let me quickly pull it up. You know the name just because the eldest annex had mentioned it, and you had rolled a history check to determine who it was when he spoke one part of the name. Marinet Ludinus Deleth.
Wow, that's a hell of a name. Could you put
Can
that
you
in the
post
chat?
that in the chat?
Yeah.
Name.
That's a hell of a name.
I was like, hold on. That's an Archmage?
Left.
Is that the proper title?
Yeah.
He is the
Of
Archmage of
Antiquities.
Archmage of Domestic Protection, and he is the de facto leader of the Cerberus Assembly, having been its founder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still less. Pretty much the top of the top.
One of the other people did mention that they worked for they're the annex of the Archmage of Antiquity, but they have not spoken further on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Damn it,
why I was
Nathan.
like, what?
waiting for someone to see
I
that.
noticed that too, but it just went right over my head, and then I saw
Nope.
the chat, and I was like, God damn it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I didn't say anything. It was a comment with love.
There's worse comments.
Yeah.
Oh, you
My
already had no
character is
apostrophes
still
in there.
sitting on the. Is it a carpet, Chris, or like a pile of something?
Say
Where my
again?
character, where my character is right now, is that a pile or a carpet?
Let me see where you are. It's a carpet.
And I am over here. I'm sitting on it
And
with
I'd
my
be
head down.
Yeah, you're at like a broken, where the
What?
start of a broken table begins,
Yeah.
and the carpet. Yeah.
and I'd be
I
healing
do
the
beckon
principal.
over a mage principal, yeah.
I'd be
One
healing
moment,
the
what was that,
principal.
Andrew? Yeah, you
I'd
healed the
be near 'em.
annex a few times.
Yeah, I'd
Mhm.
be near them, making sure they're okay because I just feel
It's a her, right? Yeah,
It's a her.
I'd feel miserable
All right.
knowing that
Yeah.
we struck an innocent person.
I
So,
literally almost decapitated her.
Captain Fang,
So,
what's our
I'm-
plan after this?
I'll take it one at a time, I
Um,
suppose.
With Captain Fang is what I meant.
I
could
think
roll
we
for
still
this.
get the
Chris?
information. Actually,
regarding the question
and-
I asked you. Oh, sorry, Stormer. No, go on. Stormer, you were
Chris,
saying
Chris, by the
something?
way, you can
So
always
I think we
DM
should
him.
still get information from them, and I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to take care of it later on, I can do that too. It depends on how vengeful you are. And I do call
Very.
over the. Okay, cool. I can take care of that.
You just hear a very.
Mhm. But I do
Um,
beckon over the principal teacher, the initial one that we attacked, and I'm profusely apologizing for the.
While they
And
walk-
I am like
while they
showing
walk
the spells as well.
In the meantime, what were you trying to say, Savari?
the question I asked you, would Savari have any knowledge of the revelry customs regarding that?
Roll a history check.
Let's see. History check. Where's my history? I need to get my glasses. I should be
Actually, would
wearing
I know anything
glasses,
about that
goddamn. It's
either?
17.
Go ahead, Torin. Also roll a history check.
It's 17 on mine.
Got it. A quick second while
Dun, 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 dun,
My
dun,
notes
dun,
load up.
dun.
10.
Okay, give me a quick
Chris,
moment.
while we're waiting, I will. Hold on. I want to make sure I have it before I say what I was wanting to do. Nope, never mind. It's not prepared.
Reinhardt is
Can't do
so
it.
excited to go after this girl as captain.
To your understanding, what was your roll, Torin, again?
10 for history.
Um, it evades you, Torin, the specifics of your knowledge about what happens when the revelry in terms of taking boats, how it's done. But to your understanding, Savari, and kind of working with Torin a bit on the few of the shadier details, Torin being a local and you being more abroad, you come to the consensus that yes, the revelry does kind of work off a system where those that kill the captain can assume command of the vessel. If that's going to be the same case here in Rothold, that's yet to be determined, but that is generally the person that kills the captain decides what happens to the crew. If the crew gets integrated into another ship or they just sink the ship with the crew, that is up to the person that dispatched the captain.
What I'm hearing is Frigid 6 and Co. fleet.
In the meantime, the annex does approach a more seasoned Zemnian woman, blonde hair that was mostly hidden under a cowl, and who has been sufficiently healed up by Anvir over the past few minutes. They do give a brief bow, and as you exchange a few of the spells, Schneider, or you show them at least.
Yeah, I'm basically giving them a rough copy that they can just put down to their own archives. Yeah, it's 3 different spells.
they're like rough schematics. Like they're
Mhm.
not castable where they are.
Yeah, they're
but-
not. They're not. They're certainly not spell scrolls, which would
Yeah.
take forever. They're not imbued with power. They're just like, hey, this is what this does. I'm so sorry. This is like at least my payment for it, for my part.
Um, they kind of sit there and they very tired expression on their face for a lot of for a lot of reasons most likely, but they do nod along and look over the spells with you. While they're doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Really, I don't have that spell I wanted prepared.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'd probably just relate, like, well, I would relate my what I think is a plan for dealing with Thawne afterward. The Thong thing,
Thong?
Thang,
I think it's
You
Fang,
Thong.
good? Spirit, are you having a
right?
stroke?
Are you
It's
alright?
Fang,
No.
right? I want to make sure it was Fang too. I was kind of
Thang.
guessing
I'm like,
on my
I
notes.
for some reason my
Fang.
tongue went oh.
Okay.
Relate what my plan for dealing with Thang potentially might be. Um, Actually, I could just say it's like I think there exists precedent for challenging the captain of a ship to a duel. If I win, or if one of us wins, we may or may not get the ship. I don't know.
What kind of fighter is Fang?
A dead one.
Anyone, if she's anything like me, I would say fairly deadly.
However, I will say she doesn't know what just happened. To my
No,
knowledge.
no, she doesn't.
So she'll be expecting us to come back. I'm assuming she'd want to see what we have.
Um, yeah.
Reinhardt says this as he's like constantly pacing back and forth.
You good?
Savari's just gonna find like a appropriately height rock just to sit on.
I
One in the midst of the camp.
really don't like the
Channeling her
revelry.
inner Wolfgang. I'm finding a rock.
That makes two of us, Reinhard.
I already have my own reasons why I don't like them, and then when they give me another, I want to go there now.
I'll join you.
But we should wait for the Archmage. So we're not fighting two people.
On that note, is there anything else anyone wants to do? Then with that,
Wait for the
we
Archmage.
will transition the
How much
passage
time
of
is it?
time. About midday, and you're unsure when the Archmage will arrive. But
No,
there is
How much time passes?
okay. It would end up being about 5 to 6 hours.
Jesus.
Wow. From midday until they show up?
Well, we're in the middle
Midnight.
of the night.
We were at midnight, and then
So it would be start to be about sunrise.
Yeah.
okay.
With that, as you're all sitting here at camp, the sun just barely beginning to rise, there's a mist pouring over the entire peninsula of Rothold, to the point where Carn Hill almost appears like an island in a sea of mist, just barely lit. Most of the students are beginning to wake up from what little sleep they've managed to acquire, whereas the faculty have managed to either obtain rest if they're of elven heritage or are about to acquire some rest after completing a night's watch. one of the older ones, the old human. Quickly switch over. I haven't previously revealed his name. Annex Ernest Otto. Saren, you notice that there is a brief fidget of his brow and a furrowed expression. His ear perks up for a moment before he turns to you all some seconds later. The left has arrived. If you would follow me.
Do I sense where he's arrived to?
Perception-wise, no. Not
Hey.
passive.
Yeah.
I'll
Get up
take
and
actively then.
head over,
I'll take a
walk
moment to
over, I
actively
guess.
Try and perceive. That's 33. That's basically the best I can do is 34.
You kind of think back about it for a brief moment, and you recall hearing a sound that perhaps sounded like a spell's final effect, like a discharge of energy. You kind of dismissed originally, but you realize that that seems to coincide with the news of arrival.
Where did I hear that from?
From the northernmost structure.
Okay. I'll
Annex
gesture that way.
Annex Otto will lead you that way. Can see
Did we all
beckons
head
you
going
over.
or there?
I'll start walking slightly before he does, in the direction that I heard it.
Okay, so it's
To
just
kind of give some credence to it. It's like I know already where I'm going.
yeah. As you all make your way there, Ernest and Saren first, followed by the rest. You see most of the students of the northern building have already moved out, and you see laid out beside a ruined bed a about 10-foot shimmering doorway.
Ooh. Okay.
Ernest beckons closer. Come now, if you would.
Ernest,
Yes.
does this doorway lead into the Empire? That is an important question that will determine if I walk through that door or not.
If it does, you're under protection of the Leth.
If it does, we break a deal with Trent. I'm not stepping through that door.
You will trust the Archmage.
I trust Trent's desire to kill us more than I currently trust the Archmage who is about to chastise us.
We could also have Mordecai and Ingrid go through.
True.
Actually, hold up. Did Trent tell Reinhardt or Mordecai
At
the
that time.
deal? Yeah, at that time the deal.
That's
He
true.
told me the deal. and
Told
I
you the
informed
deal.
everyone.
I think Reinhardt was the yacht.
I don't
You're
think
in
Savari
Empire,
was.
by the
I don't
way.
think
I will
Savari was
state
part of
this
the group
deal
yet.
out loud.
Savari wasn't part of the group either.
Savari wasn't.
You're correct. Savari could go in. I will
We
state
have-
the deal out loud so Earl can hear us. The deal, Earl, is we
And
keep
this-
our lives. He stops hunting us if we stay out of the Empire and out of their business. I understand the Leth is very powerful. I fully expect he could destroy Trent if he truly wished. But there is a difference between having a basically pacifist organization and a murderous, psychopathic organization that kills people every day and killed an order of your mages in this town.
Allow me to inform the Archmage,
Thank you.
and he will ensure proper wards to prevent divination.
Thank you. That will do.
And he turns and in his slower movements kind of steps to the shimmering doorway and dissipates into a thin blue mist as he steps through. There's a few minutes where you all have it to yourselves if there's anything you wish to discuss between one another.
Hopefully that wasn't too aggressive if everyone thought. actively.
No, it was
cover
No,
clear.
we
bases.
It was
wanted,
clear.
we wanted to be clear about that. It's very
Already are about to be chastised by one of the assembly. I'd rather not make another
At the
one
very
angry.
least. Yeah.
I do say it is the best choice to send those that have not been.
There is no send those. There is we all go or we all run and have two archmages hate us. That's just really the only option I feel they're going to give us.
Well,
I'd rather have only one, but it's
True.
We are likely to owe this Archmage if he spares us from too
That
much.
will never happen. I already owe one. I don't wish to owe another.
we could have the cat go in first
okay.
True.
and talk her way until
You know what,
we feel best.
Chris? Right when he finishes his statement, I say, stop, cast a spell, see invisibility.
Right.
I'm assuming I see a little eye floating above us.
One moment.
Oh, would we have taken a short rest?
You can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just
Not a
6
long
hours.
rest.
Then I would have burned that, and I would burn.
I don't know if that would actually help because I didn't lose any health.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
works
lose
for
health
me
or
though,
points.
because I gained back my channel divinities, which means
Yep.
I can gain back a few spell slots.
I was gonna say it
Literally.
probably helps other people, but
Yeah, it helps other people.
The
It
warlocks.
made it so I gained.
we
I-
lost nothing.
Yeah.
I used
I've lost.
channel divinity to gain back a spell. I then used a. Oh, and I would have also used my level.
We're also
3
getting
med-
close upon losing our since it's morning, and we've probably been up waiting, not really getting a full night's rest. We probably are coming up on a exhaustion.
No, we went to sleep. We just have basically
had
been
gone
up
to
for 8
sleep, yeah.
hours. It's going to be a little bit before we get back on a normal
We
day
went to
cycle.
sleep?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, we all went to sleep.
Okay, maybe
Did
some of
we?
y'all went to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we all
did.
went to sleep. Because
Oh.
it was yeah,
was so
yeah.
loud.
Because Snyder had to arcane eye everything.
The warlocks are looking at each other. Huh,
You
I
sleep?
should have talked
didn't
about that
sleep.
better. I didn't sleep. Did you sleep? I didn't sleep.
Were we supposed to sleep?
Coffee break, but I didn't sleep.
Oh my! I didn't. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't. I thought we would have been done
Off
by now.
blocks.
Sweet, I got
That's how
a
it starts.
couple spell slots back. That spell
I
was
get
basically
I get
Right.
nothing.
And
I
then it's
helped a
morning.
man
And,
or woman.
I mean, technically, you gain your you gain back your sorcerer points. Sorcery
Mhm.
I
points.
didn't use any of those.
Didn't use any of them.
That's the point. You can
Yeah,
burn them to
I
get spell
should.
slots back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can convert.
right.
Or vice versa.
You
should've
need
done
to
that.
definitely
Since he
pay
has
attention
my
to that.
spell
When we
slots
do
and
short
sorcery
rests,
points.
I always convert my channel divinities.
I'll have to
to
do
a
that
spell
next time
slot.
when
I
when
can
know
only
we're
really
gonna
get
take a
back
short,
level 3 and
short
below,
rest.
but hey, it's still spell slots.
Yeah.
What's the level 3 spell slot?
Oh, I know what that is. That is a.
Something some
Spells.
bitch ass lower level
Third.
warlocks use.
Oh, I have 3 of those. Delirium, Sending, and Soul Eater. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you have sending. Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, Sending Stone, dude. Come on.
Oh, I mean, besides the stone, I meant.
No.
So
Oh, yeah.
I will
That's
then
that's a
go
stone.
before he comes back. I will say, just be ready in case we have to fucking start hiding again from Trent. And do I see any eyes?
Yes,
I have a
as
spell
you
to help
glance
that out.
around, there are no eyes. The shimmering doorway does glow brighter and to a bigger size. There is a certain level of it's more illusionary, the shimmering doorway to appear as it is.
No fancy
But that is
fancy
it. There's
shit.
no scrying eye.
I looked up.
Oh, that's a
All
gate,
around?
isn't it? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll get
Yeah.
God ready.
This is not a fucking low level fucking. This is not that one motherfucker who couldn't kill us 8 times.
It's
This
not,
is a fucking guy who could look at us and cast once, could say, death word kill, and all of us, except for Will, would drop dead immediately.
Death word kill?
so ain't no
What?
punk ass
Power word,
eye
power word
staring
kill.
at us. God.
At this
Power
point, you
word kill,
hear
that's
a
one.
dispelling of magic as annexed Ernest Otto steps back through the portal What have been arranged as per requested?
All right.
We
Well.
give like a little courtesy bow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude.
Same. Same.
He
Courtesy bow.
steps to the side and gestures to a doorway.
Yeah.
You will be tended to.
Manners are important.
Well, I guess I'll lead this while I start walking in.
I'll be right
Mordecai
behind
follows
you.
her.
Behind
Step
you.
in. There's a part where it's like a thin sheet of water almost, and you have to push through before
It's like giving
fading
birth.
into.
Is it like Chris
into...
is the travel like going through the Stargate, that wormhole type travel
yep,
thing,
yep.
or yeah?
I guess it
Just
is,
so I
yeah.
can visualize
No
it.
idea.
No
No
idea,
idea.
man.
I've always seen them. I've never watched.
When they first cast it and it jumps out at you, don't touch that.
Yeah,
I've heard
no.
about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Spirit. Don't worry. I have seen the entire series and the movie and subsequent series, so I know
The
what you're talking about.
Oh,
movies.
thank you.
The movie
We're
is
talking about the
great.
best
The
movies.
movie's
yeah.
amazing.
The movie is
Yeah.
The
amazing.
series,
Talking about
series are
He's
gold.
talking about Star Trek, right?
Talking about all the nudity.
I'm
that
going
goes on
to
the line.
slap. I'm going to
Just
drive
ignore it,
down to
just ignore
Seattle
it,
and
just
slap
ignore it,
you.
Spirit. Ignore it. It's gonna frustrate us both. He's young and
No,
stupid.
I
Let's just
said
go.
movies because it's Stargate Continuum and Stargate Arc of Truth as well.
Let's go.
We don't talk about those.
We
okay?
don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Atlantis.
Run
We don't
through
talk
the
about those.
fucking door.
Anyway, we're going through this door.
I will say though, I did just realize me. I was making a joke doing the Catholic like prayer up, down, left, right, and then I was like, wait a minute, if I go center star, outer star, crescent moon, it actually makes the fucking thing for the moon. Where I was like, oh wow, that's weird.
If I do an upside down cross, it does a sword.
Oh
True.
wow.
Someone's fucking you up.
But I'm not gonna be doing that on stream.
No, please don't.
You all step through the portal, all one after another. Savari, you're the first one to step through. The chamber you enter is spacious, clean, white stone, just lightly bleached to not be blinding if the sun or light was to hit it. A beautiful, elegant staircase leading up and spiraling. The craftsmanship of the tower is just immaculate to every degree. There has been artisan care put to every thing, from the
wow.
handrails to the light that just begins to actually, sorry, trying to think. Yeah, the light that begins to trying to remember how the sun rises real quick, because you guys are in the far east right now, so I don't think there would be any sun yet. It would still be dark.
It's like 9 o'clock.
Reinhardt's like, what's time?
It's now. Chris, it's now. It's this time.
Well, it's east to west, isn't it?
You guys are in the
Yeah.
far east,
Sunset.
Right,
so,
so it'd
and
be
they're
sunny.
to the west.
Oh, they're okay. I thought you said they're to the
It's as
east.
if
I was
we
like,
went
wait.
from it's as if we went to New York.
Yeah, no, I
New
know.
York,
I had it.
California. So
I heard him backwards where he was saying that they were in the
I
east.
heard
So I was
that
like,
too.
when,
We would be in the
when-
future.
No, you guys are in the far east.
we're in the
Um,
far east.
We're going
Makes
in
sense.
the future.
No, we're
Still.
going in. We're technically going into the past.
The past.
Technically,
Oh,
yes.
so we're
So
going
it's like-
this. Okay.
We were
Yes.
waiting for like 5-6 hours for him to fucking meet us at 3 a.m.
Yeah, what the hell?
He basically had to sleep because you probably didn't have the gate spell prepared.
Wait,
Probably what happened.
wait. I'm glad you said that word. Thank you.
No, it doesn't work.
No.
Fuck. That was my
Different plane.
scapegoat.
Has to be different plane.
that was my scapegoat.
I mean, we
But
could
it can
go
still
to
work if you
Feywild.
press that one button.
That's true.
If you went to the
That's true.
Feywild, yeah.
I'm getting it ready.
Takaris.
Mental.
Takaris.
Yeah, Takaris.
I will tap on Torin's leg and quietly whisper, "We should all stay close to each other."
Mhm.
Agreed.
Just pin and walk all the way there.
As
don't
you
I'm not
all
gonna
enter
do
the
that.
chamber, hear the
Anticipating
soft
combat?
footsteps of another elven figure.
Mhm.
Not wearing robes, but a very simple, elegant fashion attire, large simple coat. Clean cut, clean shaven, hair pulled back together. Greetings. Deleth is in the main chamber upstairs if you would follow me. You're encouraged to leave your coats here, should you want, but your weapons, they can also remain at your side, should you desire. Anything that tracks mud, though, I would prefer if you leave it here, but we can take care of that as well.
You know, I'll take off
stay
this dark robe. It just doesn't feel like I have the. I gotta impress, so I'm gonna take this off.
Take off the burlap.
Yeah, take off the burlap.
Ingrid does as well.
Shine.
Slowly, yeah.
I just looked to Reinhardt. If you could just help with our shoes.
Zavari almost always wears like one of those like
I still have my cloak of many fashions.
what's it like
You do!
like a
We always
like a
forget about that.
stereotypical like captain's coat. Yeah, that's gonna go on
I
a
will
coat
take
rack.
my war pick, pull it, twirl it around once, and slide it into my bag.
Maybe tap the boots
And
off.
my shield
Or wait,
will
do
flip.
tabaxis wear boots? Or
That's up to you. You can
Wait.
take a while to decide. You can look.
fuck.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
use
yeah,
cloak of
but the
many
captain's
fashions
quote's
to
coming up,
look
like-
Reinhardt.
Spirit, Tabaxi probably wouldn't. They're all
Oh, it
about
dep- depends.
cats are
No,
all
no, no,
about
no, it
using their
depends.
toes to move. You
Yeah,
probably
but I'm
wouldn't.
wondering, are they plantigrade or are they digigrade?
Yeah, do they have like actual cat feet or do they have? The official art does have them shoeless. They do
Reinhardt
have
they're-
spends
them.
the
they'd be
next like
shoeless.
30 seconds cleaning up whatever mud we'd have on each other, I guess.
Well, I guess there's no
Wait,
boots.
I'm
I mean, I
using
just I tap my feet off, I guess.
But
I look at my shoes and I'm like, these
you know,
shoes are-
good thing I got rid of that bib that's constantly bleeding. Yeah,
you
remember
know,
that?
I need shinier
That's a
shoes.
good point.
I'm
For the
gonna use my cloak of many fashions. It's exactly like Harbinger.
There's something wrong with my shoes. I need
Harbinger
shinier
scope.
shoes.
Not
It is
Anavir?
different.
Yes.
It's like bigger on you. It's like when they try to model the same outfit on a bigger PC. So it
Just rescale it.
yeah, it's
I
Their
do take
slider
my
is
helm off
constantly looking clean.
and have it
though.
by my side as I walk in there, so I'm not just full red-eyed antlered.
mhm.
Wow, that's what your face
Avatar
looks
death
like.
looking ass.
It's been so long.
Death Knight looking guy.
Oh, that's what he looks like.
I like it when it's on.
Whoa.
Someone
Yeah,
did
I guess
say
they don't
wear
pause.
shoes. Alright.
Jokes. If I was using
Pause.
vicious mockery,
Yeah, no.
it would have
no
been funny
is the
with
answer.
that. But
You would not wear shoes.
Okay, perfect. Then
Unless you were
no
trying to
shoes.
be a fancy bitch ass motherfucker.
right,
Yeah, no,
fancy-
that's not
fancy.
her.
Give
Well,
fancy
I
mean,
fashions
it is,
and
but it
flip-flops.
isn't.
Maybe
So,
it's like a
Chris,
toeless.
My
Shoe
war pick
boots.
and my shield I put in my bag.
All right.
I'll put my bagpipes on my bag.
I'll leave my sword hilt on my side, but everything else, yeah, gets go in the bag.
I'm hands free.
Hands-free?
Right.
Hands free.
You are eventually led up the spiraling staircase. You occasionally get glimpses out from windows placed around to see a view of a cityscape around you. You can see occasionally the candlelit windows, large structures, and a city that sprawls in many miles. Eventually, though, you reach the centermost, or not centermost, sorry, you reach the top floor, your destination. It is open air, pillars supporting the roof overhead, but no walls on any side besides just handrails that prevent accidents from happening. In all directions, you can see the skyline of the familiar city of of Rexingtrum all around. The spires kind of stretching out in a ring that you recognize to be various other mage towers of the assembly, circling around Ukenbrock Castle, I believe its name.
Do I see anything?
I take it
with
they've
my
been
invisibles
repaired.
being nice?
A few, yeah. Sorry, what was that?
I take it they've been repaired since we were last here.
hmm And Saren, what was that?
Do I see anything with my eyes? With my invisible seeing eyes right now? Does I have that up?
Let me quickly double check. What's the spell again you're using?
See invisibility. So nothing too fancy.
So is people looking at us right now going through the city?
You're
We're
not going through the city. You're
city.
just going through a tower, and you're at the top of the tower.
Okay.
You have
We're-
not
we
like
look-
seen the
through the
outside of
windows.
Zadash.
Yeah, we see it.
Or
We see
Rexendrum.
windows.
Right.
Rexendrum. And
See Rexendrum, but we're
you
not actually at
definitely-
Rexendrum.
you immediately probably see me start to tighten up a little bit.
You see Rexington all around you, and you're presumably in it because it's all around you. For see invisibility, no, you do not see any additional things that are hidden from sight.
Okay.
But
no
as-
invisible nights, no eyes, no. Okay.
But as you're in this chamber, there is a table, long ways. So you're all the way at one end of a long table, and you see a robed figure turning out towards the skyline of Rexingtrum on the other side. Their robes are a very simple gray with red sash brought over them, and long white hair pours out from behind. The table has already been set up for about 20 guests. So at this point, you hear a voice speak up from the one all the way at the other side, who you can assume to be the Archmage. Feel free to get seated.
Yeah, I take the closest convenient chair. I think. Yeah.
I sit on the
Uh,
chair, but before that, I want to observe the carvings on it. Is there any carvings I see on
On
it?
the chairs?
Yeah.
So, Chris, is it more like this kind of a table?
Yes.
Okay, not like this.
Like a weird. You mean like direction?
Like it's like a square table.
No, it's a
Like a
rectangle table,
rectangle
but I'm just
table?
wondering if he's like if it's for 20 people, that means it's it's
Fairly.
107
9 on
feet.
each side. The question is he at the head of the table or is he
He's
at
at the
middle
head.
of the side?
He's at the head.
Okay, so it's if you took Snyder there, it'd be like
Like
this
pretty much
side.
like head this way. You guys are on one side. He's on the other.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like this
Yeah.
as an example, because it would matter where we sit.
Yeah.
I'm
don't
assuming
say that.
we're over here. Like we're
Yeah.
right where that over here
Yeah.
in this area.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not sitting at the head of the other head. I'll just sit about 3 seats up from Savari. On the
Right.
left side.
Does anyone take the head of the table?
I will.
I thought Torin was going to, honestly.
I thought about it.
I was like, I'm not dangerous to anyone. Not really.
You know what? No, I'll take the head of the table.
I sat here first.
Just picks you up.
Pulls up a seat. So
No,
two people at the head.
I hold the seat. I hold
Yeah,
it.
Okay. I bring up another chair to the side and shove you over a little bit.
That's fine. This is my chair.
Oh, he's gonna think we're idiots.
This
I
is
stay under
Tony's-
my breath.
Tony's headed up here and Beer's down
whisper
here.
over to Savari. Because we are. That's why we're here.
Yeah, probably.
Eventually, the individual turns.
Damn, Deleth is a handsome dude. The fuck.
Yeah. So, despite their age, very well kept, both due to their elven ancestry as well as probably some hints of the arcane. The face nowhere near as aged as Trent Ickathon's.
He is a human, and he is
yeah.
a torturer. Just something to the soul.
And with very graceful steps moves before assuming the other head of the table. Not really making any remark to the fact that you've made a slight rearrangement and have put two heads at the opposite end. Brushes his hands off before folding them gently over the table. I've been informed somewhat of your being. You are the Frigid Six, as some might call you.
Yes, we are.
Heard a little bit about you from the assembly, but I don't really care for the sources I've heard from. Tell me who are you according to yourselves?
Individually?
Sure, and let's start with you then.
Boy, this is gonna be a while. Where's my drink?
Chris, I sent you a roll. Sorry. Beyond.
We're just a bunch of
Oh,
nobodies.
I need to log on to Beyond one moment.
Hey, I just tell you, I rolled an insight check. I got a natural 20 for a 30.
All right. Just kind of
Wow.
keeping that track for a
I'm
little
so
bit now.
happy I got that roll. I'm like, I want to know his general demeanor during this entire conversation.
The initial demeanor you get. What's the total?
30.
It's
I
pretty
rolled
good.
a natural
An
20.
extremely careful individual. You have the initial reaction that they might know more about you than they're gonna let on. They might know a lot and feign ignorance. They are gonna play the situation as much as they can. You know this type of person.
Yep. Do I get does he give off a similar vibe as Trent? Or does he give off more of a, like, we have a general idea. Trent would bring us here, find out as much information, and then gut us, kill us, and torture us. Does he give me the vibe that, does he give me that vibe, or what kind of vibe?
I feel like
do I feel
Trent
he-
doesn't have that full vibe. Because he wouldn't make a deal with us then.
Yeah, true.
He would just like, oh, let's kill him. Right?
No, no,
Outright.
no, no.
Well, I mean, Trent
It's-
tried for a while. That's the thing you have to remember.
Kind
Trent
of.
tried to kill us for months.
A little bit,
Months.
but like not well.
No,
Like-
he'd
Well, that's
make a
because we
deal
were
with us and
such
then
a
betray you.
small, blunt. Like, let's be real. We're not that big of a problem. We're just something that we could turn into a big problem. And he went, "Fuck it. It's just better. It's less energy and less of my time to say you are not worth my time. Do not bother me, and I don't care about you. Good day." But if we fucking attacked his fucking students, Trent's, he'd gut us and kill us or torture us for years.
Always with the gutting.
Always with the gutting.
I'm just
Like we're a
wondering if
fish.
I'm just wondering if Deleth is giving us more of a feeling that he's actually interested to know more about us for whatever gain it may be, or if I'm sensing an inner rage that's waiting to do with us what he wants.
If they're a rage, it's a very subtle rage.
Okay.
He's not like concealing like a bubbling rage. I mean, you are really pushing the bounds of your insight. That 30 is
Understood.
what is like really pushing. Like
Yeah.
his elven features, his antiquity, all he's done. He has been very good at concealing these emotions, and you're lucky to be picking up what you can at the moment.
You're just a snot-nosed brat to him.
Yep. That's what I fucking want to be.
Understood.
That's what I want to be to a fucking mage that can cast fucking gate.
As he kind of glances to you, Reinhardt. So who are you? Tell me.
Bunch of nobodies caught up in the wrong other people's games. Little did we know we were coming into a full-on expedition. Full-on kids, students. We're nobody. We're just a bunch of college students, college workers, working at a
Man,
college.
I was lucky to
Who
be in that
got-
college. I was living off the streets.
People who got lucky to just keep on finding themselves living another day.
I ate a shoe once.
Reinhardt looks at you and like, he ate a shoe.
You do see, like,
I didn't eat a shoe, but he ate a shoe. That has to
Like-
mean something.
you definitely see Sarah's hand a little bit just kind of stick out above the table and lower a little bit. Just being like, bring it down a little bit.
Just now
And
you're
then,
just like,
and then it sits right back on my lap. Just tone it down.
I had no idea that Rashka Academy had been under such turmoil that the faculty were eating shoes. That is upsetting to hear from Vogali's fall from grace from his time at the assembly, but
Excuse
there has
me.
been difficulties, I
This-
imagine.
This was
Yes.
before going to the college. They helped me. They accepted me.
that's what he meant.
Get a little
He's
tear.
General, the school did a lot for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
see.
Them. I'm just. I'm
That
just.
is correct. I do apologize.
I'm just glorified transportation at this point.
Oh, you're a six of this. You're a
Yeah.
sixer.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
right.
you're the 7th.
Own that 7.
But
7.
Well,
Okay. Well, that's
did
good to hear.
Mordecai and Ingrid join us?
They did.
oh,
Okay.
What is it? Fucking 8 now?
Well, it's up to Mordecai if he would join, but Ingrid would have.
Okay. Oh, technically, guys, if we take all the people who are actually in our group, it would be Roll.
We're the
Ingrid,
frigid
Mordecai,
insert number
and
here.
Savar would be the extra. So technically, at this point, we technically have been 10 pseudo members in total.
Frigid 6 and Co.
Yes.
Frigid Prime.
10 is not a prime number, but
Well, you
Or
got many
Prime.
primes.
Well, that is good then. Vogali's time as an archmage should have prepared him for such endeavors such as leading an academy, so it's good that he has helped you all. And you have simply been caught in an upturn current that has led you from the coast all the way to the Empire, where you have continued to make allies and enemies and led you to the dynasty, to my understanding.
We've been bouncing around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely just remembered for some reason
That we're in
Who
the
we've been as-
Empire.
that who we've been associating with.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like these guys? That just dawned on me. Torin.
You're just donning that?
That literally, I don't know why it lapsed. I was just worried enough that we're dealing with a high level mage like
I
Trent
thought you were
again.
the smart one.
No! I'm
Oh, yeah.
smart because of a magic ring. Our smart one left to go help his father do something. I'm wise. That's all I am. I've got wisdom, not intelligence. Very different.
Yeah,
I
these
know to be
guys-
afraid of him. Stormer knows
These
about
guys
him.
do not like our employers.
No, they
Forgot
don't.
about that completely. Well,
What employer?
that's a good point. But none of that was said. That was definitely me just stating. I 100% forgot. That went, oh yeah, Empire. Fuck.
Empire don't like Dynasty.
Oh, this is rough. And I'm glowing. Oh, fuck. Glowing with fucking Dynasty magic. Fuck.
Oh wait, does he have detect
Congrats.
on?
My
Congrats.
armor would show as
It's the invisibility. Or,
I see invisibility up, but my armor would glow of faith and whatever the
And Dunamancy.
Dunamancy, thank you. It would show his faith in Dunamancy.
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
so,
Sorry, I had a moment.
the dynasty is still a long ways away from Blightshore. What has it that has brought you all the way out to Blightshore and specifically to my expedition team?
Well, our friend here, like to
Who do
Mordecai.
you point to? Thank you.
Mordecai.
Who do you point to?
Oh, getting there. And his associate Ingrid have been in search of someone of interest, and we were given that in order to exchange information on this person, we would have to go to the hill, your Karen Hill, and retrieve your magical artifacts.
And
Not telling us.
we were led to believe that the group was a group of very dangerous, very high-level rogue type wizards.
Similar to that of
And
the Volstruckers.
as we engaged, we realized these are just simple students.
Yeah.
We realized where our power lies with them, and we stopped and we sat with them for the past what
8
6
hours.
hours.
6-8 hours waiting for this meeting,
And I heal
in
back.
in
And,
faith that you would understand that we obviously made a mistake. We were
and we
given
We made
apologize.
a huge mistake.
we were given wrongful information that we
Yes.
need to take care of.
And take the responsibility for that.
Looks like he has an actual invisibility
This
Pokemon.
individual you were looking for. That led you on this path. Who are they?
I kind of shoot a look over to Reinhardt and Saren. Kind of, do we tell them about the
Reinhardt
sage look?
Is looking at Mordecai and Ingrid because that's all the
That's
information
theirs.
he gave them was just like,
Okay, then I give it to, then I shoot Saren kind of like, do we tell him about the sage look?
We are helping our friends search for an individual that has run away from a associate, I use that word lightly, of yours due to their methods. And also, we are looking for someone to assist us with preventing an issue that is of no relevance to the Empire, but important to the dynasty. With the fact that our cooperation with the dynasty is not hidden. You can see it on us, you can sense it on us. While we do work with an enemy of yours, this endeavor we are on is of no association with the Empire, and could definitely be seen as beneficial to both parties, as it prevents an individual who would cause issues on both sides. When it comes more to the individual that our search here is more associated with, that is for, and I gesture to Ingrid and Mordecai, that is of their business and their private matter. If they wish to inform on it, I will leave that to them.
It's a moment where Ingrid kind of, who's mostly been very silent up to this point. They're from the Empire, but to be here has certainly set them on edge to an extent. She has a furrowed brow and she glances over to you and Veer. As I said, we must make allies with people. To you and Veer. You can
Yes.
explain. You're better with words than I am.
I look at Ingrid and was like, I'm sorry, what was the question again? About
You can explain about what Mordecai and I are here for, what we are looking for.
Yes.
You are better with words than I am.
Yes. So, in our journey, we were looking for a good friend that was lost to them, and we happened to bump into them, and you know, out of bada bing, bada boom, felt like it would have been easier to help them out with their journey than ours at the time, and yeah, and it you know it led us to where we are, and
I think he means more who we're looking for in association to them, my friend. Your nerves are getting to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Explain more who we're looking for them, not why.
Okay. To my understanding, it is a feathered fellow.
A Kenku.
Correct. And to my recollection, I don't know anything really else, right, Ingrid? Other than that, other than
Actually, Anavir, you might not have been associated with that conversation.
yeah.
We're looking for an ex-Volstrucker. One who completed the training correctly. Which I'm Chris. By the way, he would understand what I mean by that, right?
He seems to.
Completed
He
it?
hasn't questioned it yet. Okay.
As I stated earlier. Well, as most of us combined stated earlier, there are Volstruckers in the area, which we had thought might be your students at the moment. And when dealing with Trent, kind, quick and efficient is normally how we prefer it. Which is what caused the issue.
I understand. Out of mere curiosity, when your business is done with the dynasty and when you are no longer swept up in tides that take you from great power of WildeMount to the next, are you going to be retiring a simple academy faculty? Make it sound like this is all circumstance and you are just caught up in the wave. So do you retire when this is done, or do you take new head on life? Do you make something grander of yourselves than just faculty staff at Rashka Academy under Faranar?
And if I remember correctly, our building isn't even there anymore, isn't it?
Nope.
No,
Got
our,
burned down.
our
with
the
most
school
of
was
it.
destroyed.
Most of it.
Destroyed.
Um,
Safari, how do you know that?
I'm
Yeah,
speaking
yeah,
out of
yeah.
character.
How do you know that, Safari?
Oh, it was destroyed.
I pull out my bagpipes, you son of a bitch!
I have no idea how it was destroyed. I'm totally not a double agent. No, not this time. No.
Some of us will.
Are you making an
Return.
offer?
We'll come to that later. I'm just simply curious. You describe your circumstances as just chance. I was curious just how serious that was.
Much in life is due to chance. Not all of
I mean,
it. Much.
I would
As for retirement,
kind of like to go back to just being a
still a couple decades off from retirement.
simple trade enforcer.
Still way too many revelry walking this earth before I retire.
But this, the Frigid Six, sounds like it would dissolve.
What?
Depends what you mean by dissolve.
I wouldn't say that. I
We
feel like
may-
if it ain't us, then somebody else will take its place.
Oh yes, there have been many adventuring bands that marched around this earth for a while. Yes.
Torin, why are you looking at me funny?
Not giving my
It
name.
all depends. on at
I'm
what
not giving my
point in
name
our
just in case
journey
he was a
we're
fan.
on. Some of us have things, and I definitely kind of push my necklace up and into my armor more, realizing I have that out from before. Some of us
Dig 'em.
have different organizations that we will support and rebuild. Some of us have more information they need to search for. All depends on what luck and chance bring us.
Just a curious thought. Well, and he, with two hands gestures, and you see a line of about 10 servants approach from behind, and you can immediately pick up on the smell of beef broths. You're picking up on various different foods that have been arranged and are now coming out from the attendants behind you. The servants begin to very rapidly set the table before you, setting down what appears to be seasoned beef stews, a very Zemnian in appearance, as well as some much lighter fares, as well as salads, the like, some wines from surrounding regions. There's even beer, should you dare.
I put my pinky in the beer and cast Identify.
It's a lot fucking bigger than that. You're just like, it's fucking. It's not just. It's not poison. We're good. It's casting spells. Identify. It's not like a fucking.
If he had
You
subtle
Your
actually-
spell, that
pinky's
wasn't
in there
fine.
for about a minute, by the way.
Yeah, it's not a fucking simple thing.
You
Look
can
like a
you can do
weirdo.
the. Well, it's
He
not
has
like
his thumb.
what's that one Prometheus where they like here's your drink, and he like sticks his finger in it before handing it over.
Oh, thanks.
Like poisons them when he does it.
And,
But
Has
I
his
will
thumb
say,
in the
over the
oil.
course of
thought,
it,
good
you
thought.
learn if it's a magical item or if it's imbued with any magic. It is actually it is imbued with magic. It is an illusionary beer. It is created not by any kitchens that work down below.
Oh,
It is
So
Uh,
so it's like summon feast.
Nonetheless, Reinhardt, no
make
matter
it
what, still
rear
passes
meal?
his beer to Torin. He's like, "Yeah, here you go. You can have that."
are you sure?
Chris,
Yeah.
would it still get us drunk, or is it just like drinking air?
we'll quickly double.
You ever
check.
seen SpongeBob where Plankton's eating the holographic meatloaf?
yeah.
Oh boy, meatloaf,
good,
my
baby.
favorite. Which is funny because, fun fact, science fact, Plankton actually feasts off of sunlight.
That's yeah.
So
it's
the
such
holographic
it's
is
such a
actually him
good-
eating.
It's such a good joke. That's why it's such
Now
a
you
good
know.
joke.
That's
Science.
what happens when your creators are marine biologists.
You are able to get drunk off it. It does feel like eating.
All
I'm
the food,
kinda
all
picking
the
at my
flavor,
food.
none of the calories. Woo!
Dileth sits back,
I feel like that's
as
targeted at someone.
letting letting you, if you would, partake in any aspect of the feast for about a minute before he speaks up again.
And I nibble a bit.
Same here. I'll take a sip here,
Mhm.
bite there.
It's polite.
Definitely, definitely trying to do. Where do I kind of get his mood is at this point in the conversation? Do I feel
He's
like
definitely
he's
probing.
relaxed at all?
He's relaxed to an extent. He's definitely probing questions. Just gathering info.
Is he also
determining-
asking like where we're from or whatnot as well? Still.
Oh, he's about to continue speaking, but
One beer down.
You know what? You could take my beer.
Oh, this is dangerous.
I will reach.
You're not. Like,
I think we should wait until we find out whether or not there's a punishment coming.
I'm
I
sure
look
there are
over.
still academy students that are in the same attitude of drinking, so in a way you are in like-minded company. But that said, I'm surprised at your intellect in many ways, your ability to decide and determine. Indeed, most people would assume that the Volstruckers of Ickathon's creation and my students must run of the same milk, but I'm surprised that you are able to determine, realize that they are two different entities and that we might not always agree on their methods.
We are aware of Trent's kind of company, and we also know there are many that disagree with his methods of power seeking.
You are correct. Again. Very astute. I am glad that some semblance of Aranar's insight has been bestowed upon you.
Barnar is that's a god, right?
Varnar Vogali was your headmaster.
Oh,
at
okay, got it.
Rashka.
Our original boss.
Sorry. I have not heard his name in so long, and it
Yeah.
sounds like that. It reminds me of the
He said it
one
3
of the
times
gods.
before.
I know. I
And
know
he also
Volgali.
named- yeah.
I know Volgali, but I wasn't hearing.
Farnar,
I
yeah.
wasn't Farnar. I forgot his name was Farnar.
Pheoldin is kind of, okay. And you pursue Robin Ball. The name I'm familiar with, you imagine. They caused quite a commotion here in the Shimmer Ward.
He was very popular.
Well,
Yes, very popular.
let us ask you this. Which side of the Robin Ball conspiracy do you fall upon?
The Robin
I
Ball
start drinking
conspiracy.
my beer.
Fucking moths.
Savari having
Canadian
her own
problems.
issues.
You know,
And
the U.S.
to-
has mosquitoes. They got moss.
Ensure that we speak about the same. If my understanding, Robin Ball prophesizes a great end of the world. And
Sure.
that they are the sole harbinger of it potentially ending. And, or rather, them ending the end of the world, being the savior of Alexandria.
Saving the world by bringing an end to the world.
Yeah, some cold calculus behind all of it, some type of kill the many to save the few that would presumably survive. Regardless, it's very interesting.
Do you agree with her
Ideology?
ideology on that, or
I believe that eventually something grand will occur. It wasn't that long ago that an ascended god attempted a march on Vasselheim. Things happen all the time. She simply could just be prophesizing any one of them.
He could be trying a self-prophecy, a self-fulfilling prophecy even.
Maybe. It's very interesting. I think it's much worth investigating. But this world has had many such incidents and will have probably many more. Not that I wish for many more to happen.
Just
Pursuit
inevitable.
of knowledge.
Yeah. Just curious on where you, since you brought her name up and seem to be very knowledgeable of this person, where your mindset, your heart felt on her solution.
I think the quicker she is dead, the quicker we can all move on from this terrible blight that she inflicts. If the end of the world is to come, we will face it down, I'm sure. Again, it's happened before.
Out of curiosity, do you know what she has planned or intends?
No.
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 Okay.
Quite
I was just
honestly,
curious if you had
I
any other
know
knowledge than we did.
others. I know the dynasty pursues it, and thus I do not. I have other things to focus on.
Yeah,
It's fair.
indeed.
Well,
Very fair.
you mentioned a Kenku.
Yes.
This is correct.
Something of that
Not
nature.
this one, of course.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. A Kenku, though, that has actually completed the Volsurka training and has escaped. Quite fortuitous. I seek the same Kenku.
Is that so?
Oh,
Also,
yes.
Mordecai is also like in the corner with his hood up, trying not to be. He does not
Yeah.
like being here whatsoever. So,
You see,
Very least, it's not.
I think it's important we just get to the meat of the issue now. The small talk has been nice. But
What, you're fucking Aragorn?
The fuck? No.
But we should get to the meat of the issue. Hopefully have this meeting done before sunrise. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
You have
No.
attempted to attack my scholars, but have made the decision to see reason, to disengage, and to confront
Yes.
me directly. I'm sure at no hinting from Ernest to take the path to speak, but
Yes.
such
We-
a yes.
Better to
We.
resolve the issue before it gets sour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, truthfully, if this was any normal circumstance, would have shown you I am an understanding Archmage of the Cerberus Assembly and what the Empire's generosity can mean, and have let you walk on your way. But I don't treat you to dinner, bring you to my tower, just to give you a slap on the wrist and go back. I see an opportunity.
Community service.
No, this isn't punishment.
This is a deal.
It's a deal. For I see we have a common enemy. One for which you must ensure that there were wards in this tower to protect against scrying.
Yeah.
How do you want us to hurt Trent?
Zavari only knows Trent from like just the name.
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah, you don't really. Yeah.
The cat's completely clueless right now.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm just like, okay, if I can get off of like
We have our
I'm
I'm totally
charismatic
down.
characters.
freaking
I mean,
kill
We
me,
have our
I'm up for
charismatic-
deals, man. You want to use an airship? I got an airship dock.
we haven't really seen him too much either.
True.
It's been
Nope.
a while. since
No,
we
no, but
have.
even like when we did have encounters with him, it wasn't him. It was like
No, it was him at one
voices
time.
and such. There was a couple of times where it was actually in person, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not like I doubt it was actually him for one.
No, it was him.
No, it's possible this is just a simulacrum or something
Nope.
like that. Yeah.
It was him.
As
Uh,
Will is knowing
yeah.
Nathan, I feel
Yeah.
like it wasn't him though. You're like, I'm gonna go see these 6 individuals. Like, come on, come
Okay.
on, come on.
Wizards are
Saren,
different. All
Saren,
wizards are
Nathan,
different.
Nathan is Saren. Come on.
No, yeah, I know. As Nathan,
Like-
I 100% understand. As Saren, no, it was him.
So, real quick, all wizards are different. But if it was
True.
Snyder and this way, it wouldn't
Oh,
be him.
you would do it.
No,
100%.
no.
Yeah.
Or if
But
it was him,
you guys
he
also
wouldn't
have to
care
remember,
because he could just
he
die.
doesn't give a. We do not scare him. We annoy him. There's a difference.
Especially at that level.
But are we worth him? It's like,
also-
were you guys worth him actually showing up, or were you guys worth him just sending a doppelganger?
Or are we worth the fear that his name and his presence does. But going back to our characters talking, in general, I am the one who talked to him the most.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Wolfgang.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wolfgang.
yes, Wolfgang.
Yes.
Damn it, threat.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but
Then he died.
Yeah.
True. Ooh.
Wolfgang
But yeah,
was a double agent.
So I will say,
It's probably a good thing that Wolfgang isn't here.
now with your new backstory, yes, it's very good. Wolfgang's not here. yeah. But
The group that killed Wolfgang, was that like regular Surplus Assembly? Was that like a regular kingdom that killed Wolfgang?
To your
know.
knowledge,
Oh yeah, that's a
know.
good question. To our knowledge,
he was assassinated.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to your in-character knowledge, you just know he was killed. He was assassinated with
and then
Because
intent
we had
behind.
spoken to Racina about it.
I know
later
a
on.
little bit about the group because I talked to Trent if we could go gut them and kill them, and he said
Nope.
that was not our agreement. You're not allowed to go. So
Yeah, the
Go. No.
the assassination was not planned by the assembly. It had nothing to do with the assembly.
to our knowledge, it was a group that he had dealt with that he broke an agreement. They made him pay with his life and
No.
his equipment.
Oh yeah, to your knowledge.
To our knowledge,
Yeah.
as I say, to our knowledge, it was a group that he did some things he shouldn't have with, or broke an agreement. They killed him and took his things. To my knowledge, from
Yeah.
what I personally, Nathan remembers, and from what I remember being told and talking with. And then that's why
Yeah.
I then messaged Trent and was like, may we have an aside from our agreement to go and find them.
He was like, "Fuck you,"
And he said, that's
the
not a
agreement
part of
still
it.
stands.
That's not our agreement. Our agreement is you don't fuck in the you don't piss in the Empire.
Not even a
If
step.
you do, you break our agreement. And I
Yeah.
went, hey guys, I like my head attached to my body the way it is. We can't deal with this now. Maybe later,
Right.
but not now.
Marnet, Ludinus Daleth, speaks up. Allow me to connect a few dots so you may understand the nature of our agreement that I proposed to you. I have been investigating Trent Ickathon for some time. It has been some years now since I have initially heard of his Volstruckers. However, they have proved a very problematic group to actually reasonably obtain information on. They are what some might call zealots, keen instead to take their own lives, rather than confess in a court with the people of the Empire. And for the most part, they don't allow themselves to be caught at all. I've yet to find one alive, thus making undoing his Volstrucker schemes difficult. I could kill him, but Trent is a powerful man. It would be foolish to assume that I could just kill the Archmage, and even if I succeeded, I would still be a criminal. The laws applied to the Assembly, and I would be charged with murder of an Archmage. If he killed me, and I was to impose upon myself a Sermaculum, some additional body, it would still take a few years, days, months to come back in form in which he would be the leader of the Assembly. Another fact I don't desire. In all ways, attacking him would be foolish, and I have yet to find my legal ways of arresting him. This Kenku provides maybe one way to bridge the gap, discover more about his Volstruckers, and maybe obtain a solid confession in a court of law. But in the words of just one Kenku, I cannot put and invest my whole trust in. However, I see an opportunity here. A man that might potentially be so blinded in rage that he might take the opportunity to kill you all personally. And if maybe you were to actually overpower him with aid from a mysterious benefactor, arrest him, hold him captive, maybe for a ransom, that would still give me time to go through his tower, disarm its traps, discover his knowledge of the Volstruckers within the tower, and then agree to the ransom. Give you the money you desire. We'll take Trent. And while we were searching for Trent within his tower, finding his many secrets of the Volstruckers, his dark experiments, we try him in courts, find him guilty, and he gets to rot in Ukenbrock's dungeons for the rest of his life. I don't want him dead. That would be too easy.
It's not beneficial whatsoever. What's the point of killing somebody if they don't learn from their mistakes?
He's far too old to learn.
No,
They're
but he
not-
gets to realize what he's done for the next, 5 years?
Ideally.
5 years.
And it will make for a very powerful message that even an Archmage can be brought low.
But
A
it also-
shriveling old man cold in a dungeon when he previously was abusing former Solstice Academy students to turn into zealot assassins. I think it's only fair that this is his punishment. And I think,
Though he can get out then.
what was that?
The problem is he can get out then. If I know anything
Can
from anyone
can
getting
people
out,
cast without hands?
yes.
Certain things.
There are ways to suppress someone's magical ability so
And
that
it's-
even spoken word cannot be laced with the
We're talking
arcane.
about a man with an entire cult. Getting him means nothing if the cult can get him back.
Saren, I think you're overlooking the whole thing. We have somebody on the inside who feels the same way.
I know. I'm glad about
We have time. We have time.
Do not worry about the Ikathon. I can ensure I watch his last breath be drawn in that dungeon before I relax for a moment on the securities around it.
I don't know. Maybe we should keep him alive as long as possible. Keep bringing him back. Give him a
That's
life.
devious.
Give him a life he wish he was dead from.
We'll see.
Or deny him an afterlife.
Yeah, keep bringing him back.
We'll see.
I'm starting to
Though,
like you, Daleth. You know that?
the left.
Daleth. Starting to like you,
Why
Daleth.
did he just go for Dallas?
Dale.
Dave.
Dale. Do it for
Dave.
Dale.
And so,
Do it for Dave.
Still left.
his capture,
Dale.
Still left.
his soon-to-be ransomers.
I have one question.
Indeed,
And
yes.
this will determine if I'm going to put my life on the line to deal with a man I already have an agreement with to fuck him, to leave him alone. Fucking leave him alone. There is a group in this town that, due to his arrangement, we cannot slaughter and kill them all for what they did to a comrade of ours. If you can make that happen, I will put my life on the line to make sure Trent is in
Well,
a sorry
if
enough
you
state
would.
that I may dance on his fucking head.
If you would, can you restate your ask?
I
What
can
were you
state it
wanting?
very clearly. I want the ability to get in and punish. I can't remember the name of them, Chris. Please remind me of the name. It was the name
It's
of the
a red
people who
tiefling,
the name of the people who
something or other.
I know or was told killed
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. They
Yeah.
were, what was their name? I feel I would remember that as I talked. I literally talked.
Raven!
Were you given the name?
I was
don't-
given the name. I know
Let me
the name.
quickly double check. I can grab their name.
I wonder who would have had their name.
The assassin told Wolfgang before they killed him,
Oh,
And Wolfgang.
then Saren,
and then Wolfgang
right, had
told
you had
Saren
right,
in the commune thing.
right. I totally forgot about that. You could have done that. Yeah.
Can interrogate the dead.
Right. I'm gonna ask you against your
I
wishes.
did
You
it.
know.
I did. Yeah. I'll put it this way. There are a few things that make my character murderously. Hold on. I'm gonna go burn something. If I don't check this, I'll be right back.
My
This reminds me
cabbages.
of that D&D trailer.
My spinach puffs.
Does that count as a question? Yes. I wasn't talking to you.
Was it talking to you?
I got where's that? I posted in D&G General. Once I find it.
I'll wait for him. So, you seek information on Ixaratu Kar, leader of the Remnants.
Yes, Saren says. That's
We'll give it a
exactly who we're
moment.
looking for.
Sorry, I was gonna catch fire in my oven if I didn't go grab my fucking food. Sorry about that. Yes. Yes.
Ixaratu Kar.
I don't want. I less want more information. Is more. I want our entire group to have the ability to make every single one of them but flowers in a field for what they did to our comrade, as well as to be able to get back our items from them that they stole off his body. Trent prevented this earlier, but I feel it is a fair trade that we get rid of one of your problems and ours, but mainly, at this point, one of your problems, and you allow us to get rid of one of our problems.
It's a very reasonable request. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
And everybody's back will be scratched, and we don't have to struggle anymore. It's great.
Quickly double check something.
As long as I get to end every single one of their lives, I'm happy.
I will need to check with the Pansophical. But
If they're a group that has more notoriety in the Empire than I believe them to have,
the Remnant is Ratu's band. I have known a name, but they are not a entity within the Empire. They're an entity within Taldore.
we're on Taldor, right?
You're on WildeMount.
Oh, they're a
I'm
global
dumb.
entity. Got it. Well,
We're on a different
I
continent, dumb.
will check with
they're
the
global.
Pansophical.
Their global representation I care less about. Their local office is more what I care about.
Zaratu is the leader. They would be training the most amount of assassins they could. If you're interested in getting revenge, They would most likely be the one to have done the deed. I will check with the Pensophical, find their whereabouts, and get you a back door in. Least I could do as a token of my gratitude.
Thank you.
And I am sure no one will miss the remnants.
No, we won't. That suffices my needs. Anyone else have anything that they require before we continue our escapades and eventually bring down the man whose entire life is built on gaining power, influence, and knowledge, all to be reduced down to a sorry sack of meat in a jail cell?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah, sounds good to me if they're evil.
Yeah.
It sounds great to Reinhardt, too.
I mean,
I know where he is, it's fine.
I'm fine with
The downfall of Trent.
I raised my bowl
Downfall
because I already
trip?
gave my beer to.
I will
My
grab
my third beer.
Yeah.
What?
yeah, no, I'm fine with this.
To
I
the
mean,
downfall.
To the downfall.
Now,
That will be
reminder,
forgotten history.
you are
what
to
the
capture
hell?
him alive.
Mm-hmm.
The things he wears on him are yours, of no consequence to me. After which, I will contact you. Understand that this is the ruse. You are his captors demanding ransom. I am the de facto head of the assembly, reaching out with inquiry about my poor colleague. I have searched his tower, found concerning things about him, but want to ensure he returns safe. You will give your amount listed, and I will supply you the money. Note that the money is purely imaginary. Your payment will come with the downfall of the remnants. The prisoner exchange will happen here in Rexingtrum. You will be then, most likely, be teleported away. Ideally, with a friendly mage that can take you away.
I got teleportation sorted.
Good.
We have 4 of those.
Yeah.
We have that sorted.
Mhm.
This is to ensure it does not appear as though we are collaborating.
We do hope, though, that our good name, be it, is not broadcasted.
Indeed. You will just be bandits that got the upper hand on Trenticathon.
When
It will
that
be
lucky
amusing
day
that way.
approaches, it will be a grand story that hopefully the papers will forget in about a week, and his name will become but a scratched out shit stain on history.
How crudely put, but yes. The Frigid Six, after this, should go without saying, but are free to venture the Empire once more, following his fall.
Well, that would be
The
nice.
Bullstruckers are indeterminate. Their zealous nature, some will buckle without their leader, come to the assembly, or disappear entirely. But many might still remain zealous of the cause, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Some might seek his freedom, a circumstance I am prepared for. Now, agreements made, let's get on to the actual planning of this. I'm not
Be
leaving
right
it to
back.
chance. To be honest, even if Trent was to approach you with intent to kill, remember that it's intent to kill. Bring your allies, any that you can, and do keep in mind that death is most likely a possibility.
Not guaranteed for some of us. You're away.
Yeah.
Snyder. You're a mage. How would we take you down?
Surprised me. Which is not the easiest thing to do.
So,
But from the sounds of it, it's our best chance.
surprise.
Allies in
What he can do
hiding.
with his magic.
He will expect you. But from what I understand, you have 3 allies here that were not a part of the original. I'm sure you have more allies that might elude his caution. But he might not be the only one. Remember that he commands the Volstruckers.
True.
Be prepared not just to fight him, and be prepared to fight someone with a plethora of spells at hand. Of course, I prepare the needed arrangements. At this point,
If
again,
there was a device that nullified magic, this might be trivial.
as he clasps his hands together, 3 butlers arrive from the staircase you all arrived in, move and set down 3 separate objects onto the table. He first gestures over to a collar. This here is from Aor. Designed to suppress a mage. The initial design clasps hard and takes, to our knowledge, all the power a seasoned mage can muster to remove it. For Aorians did not say how to remove it themselves. This should suffice, for once it's around someone's neck, they lose the ability to cast spells.
Oh,
Hmm.
so like a control collar, Chris? Or yeah. Okay.
Simply removes their ability to cast.
Okay.
Any thing.
Yes,
Interesting
once it's
knowledge.
clasped shut, it will remain clasped shut forever, affixed to the person it's clasped to.
Hmm. Scary, but very effective.
Does it cut off access to the weave? Is that what it does?
Its exact machinations are left up to the Aorians. We attempt to determine how it works, still, with the copies we do have.
He's saying
But
it's
I
very
see it fit that you allow to take just one of our few relics for this purpose.
Well, hopefully you'll be getting it back quickly.
Maybe. Ideally with someone's neck around it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The next
Yeah.
gestures over to an hourglass. A parting gift from another escaped Volstrucker. This is one of Trent's personal project items. You see, he has delved greatly into the magics of dunamancy. More so than I'm sure he'd let any admit. I'm sure this was at some point a crowning achievement for him, till it went missing. Let it just be a aid in battle and a nice bit of revenge. You may take that. Do know that it is one use on them. Hold it in your hand, and you will ravage time against them.
Alright.
So
This is
You'll
all
yield.
going over Savari's head.
It would, for people in
Make you
out of
die old
game,
age.
it would, yeah, it. you have basically the idea is
A
you have a
time
set
bomb.
number of maximum years you could live before your body fails you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This cuts it down significantly. So if,
Trent
let's
was
say
already
you
an old
had
man.
30 years left, you could have 3.
So what's the purpose of that? You use it.
It steals someone's life force.
Hold it in your
Oh.
hand.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Think of
causes
it
someone to
like
die of old age.
no, you wouldn't know that movie reference. Well, there's literally a monster in one of the things like Stargate that it grabs and it leeches life force out, but you don't know the reference.
Yeah.
Like an
Or-
idea of some vampires where when they drink the blood, they're literally stealing your youth. Is the best way to
Mhm.
say
So
it.
if I,
That's
so
how
for
it
Or
example,
practically-
Indiana Jones' Last Crusade.
if I
where,
was-
Yes,
this-
very Last Crusade.
So
This
if-
this spell or this item is essentially a spell scroll for the cast of the spell Time Ravage.
so if I were to use that, it could take someone's time.
Yes.
It would put them in a very chronic state of old age for the next 30 days. They would be very hard pressed to defend themselves and attack back. They would be crippled with weary bones and skin that is not as strong as it once was. And to our knowledge of the spell, all subjects die within the month.
Wow.
I'm assuming you wish us
Actually,
not to use
how
that
many
one.
years does it add, or does it add like maximum years?
It doesn't add any to the caster.
Okay.
It just
No, I mean,
sucks
that's what I
it
meant.
to the actual.
I mean, how many years does it remove to my person, or is
All
it
of
just maximum? Okay.
You
All
have
of them.
30 days left,
Fuck.
no matter
You
what
use this
race you are.
against
Okay,
a
it reminded
druid,
me.
they have 30 days left.
Mhm.
I'm assuming, Archmage, you prefer us to not use this against Trent.
Him, one of his. I know the way to undo the spell already.
Oh.
But it might aid you. As well as, again, be a small bit of revenge.
Okay.
If it works how you describe it, that would be a great bit of revenge.
Yes, it would.
Mhm.
Do make sure to use it at the right time. Use it when you first see him and the spell might bounce off.
Good point. Or be
Hmm.
muted entirely.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And the final piece?
Much more simple in design. Simple sending stone, so you may communicate with me when the job is done.
Sounds good.
I'm glad we could come to this arrangement, Frigid 6. As I had predicted, you are a very reasonable sort.
You bring a good experience for once with the Empire.
I'm glad to represent then. Then
If
Frigid
it
6.
should be come to a killing blow, which we would, we understand it, avoid,
I could bring him back.
we can.
As unfortunate as it would be, we could kill him
Understand.
and have 10 days.
That some spells require willing participants in the field of resurrection.
Good point.
In addition, he might have failsafes in the event of his death within his tower.
Oh,
Hmm.
think,
Mhm.
and I say the name of the guy who tried to murder us multiple times. Think of him and that fucking necklace around his neck.
We
Thalen.
just have a clone spell.
Thalen Myers.
Thalen Myers.
Thalen Myers,
Myers.
yeah. Think of
Sorry, I didn't
Thalen
know that.
Myers
Theron's
and that-
favorite buddy.
You kill him, it would be a sin, the same as him escaping.
Understood.
So we have to capture him. That's fine. We can do that.
Possible.
Capture, not kill.
We're
and
not
then
really
tap.
great at capturing.
Well,
I don't say that out loud.
yeah, okay.
The
Capturing is just like
Hmm.
killing. The difference is
We pull our punches a little bit.
you don't pull your punches. You go with the intent to kill. You just have a point at which you stop. The only difference. Instead of killing, you get near killing.
Oh, that's why I always do it wrong.
I know. We always forget the near part. We're terrible with near. We're better with far.
Yeah,
Or overdoing it.
we're farsighted, definitely farsighted.
No,
Um,
Snyder was basically thinking about the negative energy plane. Once you go there, you can't really go back.
well, I think we have a deal.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
I think we have a perfectly attainable deal.
Capture Archmage, and you will have your revenge. You're afraid to leave out the door you arrived in.
Yeah. So
Stand up.
A quick courtesy bow.
I
As well.
I stand,
nod.
I nod, or
I pull my necklace back out
May the wind be bless you.
and start
and head
walking out.
head back down and
Anavir,
grab
grab
my
him on
hat,
the
grab
way
my
out.
coat. Actually, wait, does Savari have a hat? I don't know.
Wait,
Pull
what
out
was
my
that?
shield.
Whatever, she has a
Or
coat.
does she?
with
Yes,
the
she
shield.
does.
I tell you
Yes,
to
she does.
grab the
The blue
three
one.
magic warheads that he left for us.
Oh, great. All right,
Yeah.
gotta put some on my list now.
No,
Mm.
you don't have to. I just wanted you to grab them.
Oh, okay. I'll grab them.
Pull out my shield, put my shield back on, grab my war
I'm not
pick,
gonna list them.
slide
All
that
right,
into place.
well, back through the door. Back through the gate.
I look to
I want to get back. I want to get back. I want to get back.
Ernest.
As you all step through, you're brought back to that moving air sensation, the fog that's beginning to now. Well, it's more mid-morning, so it's still be very much around. Ernest is not there at the moment, but the gate is there as you all step through it.
Well, looking around, Chris, when we step through, is there anyone else there? Is it kind of
There's-
like, looking at them, do I kind of get the idea that they have this feeling like, oh, okay, they're back, they didn't kill them, he didn't kill them, type of thing?
You
Ooh.
in the initial northern chamber, there is no one in there, but when you kind of step back outside into the morning here in Carnhill, there's a little bit of surprise, maybe amongst the students that just heard that these interlopers were going to speak with Marnet Lunas Deleth. But the seasoned individuals, especially Annex Ernest Otto, is not really surprised. They're
If he wanted to kill us, he would have come here himself and killed us.
So are we
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah, we're
yes,
back.
you
Yeah.
all stepped back out into Carnhill.
Oh shit.
I give all my items to, or all the warheads that I got to Saren, and I told everyone, it's like, hey, I need to do something really quickly. Also, Ingrid, can you please come with me? Everyone else will be right back. So I take her hand and I start going just to the city.
Got a moment where he's like pulled, and then she asks us to follow because it wasn't like you usually.
No, I'm in a
Is
hurry.
that like-
Like,
Yeah,
Torn, am I having a heart attack?
I don't know. Do you see a lot of flashing lights? Is everything deafened for you? Because I'm pretty sure I just saw.
I'm pretty sure I just saw my death before my eyes. Did we take mushrooms?
I pinch him.
I pinch him.
It's
I'm
just a
assuming
quick.
it hurts excruciatingly with his dragon nails.
Snyder.
Yes.
you see Annex Lelis Solendo, the older individual that you had beaten to a pulp and then healed back, is just watching this.
I walk up
Are
to
they
them.
are they walking by us?
No, they're watching. Yeah, you've gone. You've disappeared to leave Carnhill.
Okay.
But in the meantime, while those are on Carnhill, she's just watching.
I
We'll get
will
some
walk
food.
up to that individual, pull out a notepad, and I write out and close the message. And I hand it to them, saying, if you ever find yourself over near to the east of Zadash. The pain caused shall be repaid in whatever way is fitting. I nod.
Explain. What is it out there?
It's a location in which we stay,
In the mountains, is it a camp?
of sorts. A little bit bigger than that.
A little more castleier than that.
A little bit more soon to be major trading post with the with an entire continent. Doesn't matter. We did a wrong. If there is any research in the area your students wish to do, if there is any repayment you require for our wrong, that is a location, that is a signature. That will get you in the gate. That will take you to a man. You state that name on that paper, which is mine. I will be told, and I will arrive to repay that debt. I
Understood.
nod. I look to the other adults. I nod. And
That's
in
the
case there is
option.
any medical needs, I put down 1 platinum piece. I turn around and I walk.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we catch up with Anvir?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what the fuck
No.
happened with that.
I just look at her and be like, yeah. Sorry.
I definitely have Torin check my pulse a few times, knowing he's terrible with medicine and like the human body. Like, I
You
think
know
I'm
what?
having
Let me
heart
do-
Poking
palpitations.
really hard.
Ah,
Never mind.
yes, a -1. So
Exactly. I know I am the most medical person here, and I'm like, I think I'm having heart palpitations. Did he spike our drink?
Did he spike our drink?
I think he spiked our drink. What?
what?
What the?
Excuse
Oh,
me.
well, I put 1/20. Never mind. Hold on. 1 second. 1d20.
Damn.
You rolled
Ah,
a,
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
a
that's a
negative
little bit better.
0.95.
I rolled a 3, Nathan. So that's a 2.
I mean,
Perfect.
point nine
This is like,
five.
I'm terrible. Wrong.
Actually, Chris,
Thank
can I
you.
check the,
Point
can I
nine
check the one
could
before
be
that
your
too?
blood
Can I check the
alcohol
negative
content.
0.95?
I'm glad you can do basic math on Roll20 as well.
That is fucking perfect for this. I'm just like,
That's
your
it.
fingers, not your nails. Your
Some
fingers.
minutes later, you
I
have
just
led
like
Ingrid
passed out a
back
little bit.
into Rothold. She's just like glancing around with this like furrowed brow, kind of running to catch up with you as you're like just pulling her along.
As I'm
Oh,
as
wow.
I'm pulling, her along, I'm just telling her like, I don't know how much time I have. I need comfort.
Are
need
you
to tell you things.
dying?
No, I don't know. We need to find an end. We need to talk. And
Yeah.
I'm looking
Bye.
around.
Snoo.
I'm looking around for an end. I'm looking for somewhere private, a private end where we just won't.
You're like glancing. There is the end. Like there is like the end that's like kind of been the one to go to.
Like,
As you say, you're like look for someone to
rooms.
talk. She's going to grab you by the collar and take you over to one of the nearby alleyways where there's like a small courtyard built in. It's like 4 buildings that form a small central courtyard with 3 ways into that area, but she takes you to the initial area of the courtyard instead. Just says to you, calm down. Deep breath.
Thank you.
Remember, we're in Rothold. Ain't no one here listening. They have much more illegal things to do than eavesdrop.
You're right.
let's go.
Thank you.
What happened?
We're about to face one of the most deadliest people in the continent.
Yeah, we are.
For some reason, I just don't like my odds.
You think you stand a chance to die in the fight?
I don't like to think it, but there's a chance.
There's always a chance to these things. Do not go into it thinking you're going to die, though.
Yeah. I mean, we survived so many different things. I mean, we've survived a flying kraken, weird thing. We've survived like shit. We've faced a celestial, and we made it through.
Do you know how many times I have marched into a volcano to kill demons? Many times.
Really?
It is. Oh yes, the blood moon at Von Braun.
Hmm.
You know, they say Asmodeus's war steed is within that mountain. That is the rumor amongst the barracks as to why it happens to Blood Moon.
Hmm.
Some steed of a god attempting to break free.
That was really fascinating.
Oh, I'm sure that sounded very genuine.
I see.
The point being, it's if you think about it as you're going against one of the most dangerous people, you're going to psych yourself up to it, and you're gonna get in your own head about it. Not gonna be good. You just take it one moment at a time.
Yeah, but
Don't think about what happened 1 minute ago, and don't think about what will happen in the next minute.
there's some things we gotta understand that things are a possibility, like or not. You know, one day cheerful, happy, and the next you don't know if you're gonna come back to a family or come back to buddies or anything. We've seen it all the time in our expeditions. We've seen people having a good time, and then the next you don't see them again. And as I'm saying this, I go in my bag and I got this like somewhat folded bag, just covered in like what do you call that brown stuff? Like it's not cardboard, but it's like something that you wrap around.
Parcel paper.
Yeah, something like that
Right.
around like the dress. And I hand it to her. It's like I've been thinking about you a lot, and you know, it gets me worried. No, I know you can handle yourself quite well. I worry about myself sometimes. So I hand it to her.
What is it?
Open it.
And reach into their back and pull this out like a skinning knife, and she'll just take the edge of it and kind of like cut around the paper. That's
Now-
a fucking bestial open.
Right. As she's like kind of, like, I don't know exactly what your dimensions is. I really tried to do my best, memory
She'll
wise.
take it out,
You actually
Right.
made it too big.
and it is
A well-made dress from what's the empire that we were in? Damn it.
dynasty.
The dynasty, yes.
Krindine.
And I got to
Empire? Dynasty.
right dynasty that was able to get the coloring and
Yeah, she like feeling the material between her hands. It's very nice. You know, most people assume I would wear suits and the like. I don't know why. I don't know how that started.
mm,
This is very thoughtful. Thank you.
hmm I think you'd look amazing in it. Considering it would be probably a very nice change.
If we happen to go to an occasion where I need something fancy, I will. Let's go walk the pier for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in some stinky alley right now. She's going to fold it back up, kind of try to put it back into its container and take it and put it at the top of her rucksack. Like right into and then cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
All right.
As you two depart for the pier to begin a chat, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
No.
I'm gonna go
I'm
get
good.
some food.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna put down a new tower,
Check my
and then I'm
blood
gonna cast
pressure.
Private Sanctum around everything.
Breakfast!
Blood pressure.
Oh my gosh, you son of a bitch! Well, you gotta ruin this.
You should. Nice.
Remembering we all stayed in the same inn, I actually go to Snyder and go,
Aren't we in a church?
That's where we kind of stayed.
Stay at the church, the inn. You have not made a tower yet.
I look to Snyder for the first time in a long time. I go, Snyder. Let's set up the tower.
Do you want your own?
Let's set up the tower.
No, I just want one with thick walls.
I'll make one with a bath too. I'm tired of this precipitation all the time. And I also set up Private Sanctum as well, Chris.
What does
which
Private
is a
Sanctum
fourth
do?
level- Fourth level spell. Mostly because Snyder is very tired of being spied on at this point, and he's very done with it. Magically secure the area of the cube that can be small as 5 feet or large as 100 feet on each side. The spell lasts for blah blah blah. Sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge of the warded area. The barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision, including dark vision through it. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the protected area or pass through the barrier at its perimeter.
Sounds
Creatures
good.
in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport into or out to. Planar travel is blocked within the warded area. Very
Right.
much wants to be cut off from everything for a little bit.
A tower. Where do you form the tower?
I'm putting it fucking on Carn Hill now. It's kind of
Okay.
done being like,
We are here.
We are here.
Tower down.
there's still hills and shit around it, but
Yeah.
there's probably fog still.
Pretty noticeable though.
I'll make it out of the same color as the rock.
Do you think the HOA is gonna bother us?
For sure.
Just kind of looking at around the ruins on the hill, like I feel like they kind of gave up on this place.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yep.
That said, as you all pile into the tower to rest, bathe, eat again,
That's
you
right, we just ate.
You'll mostly just rest and bathe.
you can take as much rest you guys want. If you want to rest until night as a long rest, or if you want to stay up, do light activity, and then long rest at night to wake up in the morning.
I suppose we should be asking, how are we going to do with the revelry, if you want. I have an idea, but I'd like to hear yours first.
Well, like I said, I think there is a tradition that if someone challenges the captain of a ship and wins, they get the ship.
Hmm.
But that would also mean killing Captain Thang.
Now, the problem with that is, are you then in charge of a ship that's part of the revelry?
I don't know.
Because then, wait, are you dealing with a ship that belongs to that captain, or does that ship belong to some private company?
You
I
you and
don't know.
Torrent can roll a history check.
After I hear Harbinger say that to her,
Me or
Reinhardt looks at her like, well,
Savari and Torrent can roll.
Okay, history. A fucking 8. Oh wait, no,
A
wait.
natural 1 for a 7.
How the hell do you read this? Is it a 10 or is it an 8?
Is it with advantage or not?
It's not with
10.
advantage. It's a 10. All right,
Yours
fuck.
is toggled to roll with advantage, so
Oh.
we take the first one in these cases.
I just
To
know
your-
my modifier. I know just know my modifier for history, so I just added that to it.
To your knowledge, based
I
off
would've been
what you've
17.
decided before, you would be a part of the revelry because the crew is revelry and it's a revelry ship.
Yeah.
So just kill the captain then.
Well, here's the thing: we still need information on that Kinku, correct?
Yeah.
So
actually,
I
you're
still
right.
need
Yes,
to
we
know
do.
where it's coming from.
She doesn't-
Afterwards, however, that's fair game.
she doesn't know, right? She doesn't know that we know, right?
No, what he's saying is, if she doesn't know any information about the Kenku, then she's free game.
Okay.
No, I meant
Either way, we
if
learn
she gives us
information.
information first.
Oh,
She's still free game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reinhardt is very eager about this free game part.
I would love to blow the ship to all smithereens.
No, I want her for dead first. She double bat. She no.
I'm fine
sorry.
with killing her.
Who are you blowing?
She
Your mom.
she technically broke she technically broke the captain's code of between captains, so
Did she?
I
Let
mean
me just
I
take a
did ask
look.
her between captains.
Let me just
Typically
take a quick
Never
look at
mind.
my ruling here on my character sheet. Oh, she lied? Yeah, no, she's
Your
broken
ruling's
rules.
a little askew, but I like it.
Oh, she's a pirate? Oh, yeah, she lied.
No, not just she's a revelry pirate.
Yes.
She,
Yeah.
Well, she might not have known.
So
she might
we
not have known.
just need
just thought
we just need
sage.
a collection of basic magical items to bring to her.
All right, I pull up the crossbow. I'm like, I found this.
Actually,
'cause
Reinhardt
we're
does
gonna get this
hear
back
this.
essentially.
Reinhardt does hear this in his head. From messaging.
Oh,
I could turn her undead.
after we kill her.
Yeah.
If Reinhardt kills her, we get a phantom that follows us around.
A day.
That's
So
a good point.
I'd like to make it permanent, because when you create someone undead, you're denying them an afterlife essentially.
so we just have to come up with a few
Ryder,
convincing
I like
magic
your
items
idea.
so we can get the information out of her if she even has information.
Harbinger, your wand.
I pinch
Which
Saren
one?
again.
Pick a wand.
Ow.
I have
You're
one.
agreeing
That's
with
one water
Snyder?
magic whistle.
Then why'd you say which one?
A lot of weird things have happened today. Let's understand it's not
Fair
going to
enough,
happen
fair enough.
often.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any magical items that they're not currently using that we can kind of help persuade ourselves into this? We're gonna get them back,
Ew.
but
And if you ain't here right now, please leave a message.
beep, you're not here right now. But I have I have Heart Piercer, which I'm okay with temporarily offering up. We have the wand. The Harbinger is,
I have a circlet of blasting
you know,
Hold on, let me
just to
check what I
spice up
have.
the pot a little bit before.
Flappy
Yeah.
wouldn't like that.
Actually, how
Flappy
badly
wouldn't
Flappy
like
do we
doesn't
wish
have to
her?
like it for a long time, just a short time.
How long do we wish to torture her? And
So she's dead?
out of a small pocket I pull out, and it's hidden in my armor, and you just see a soft, warm blue glow. A
Saren.
soft, bright blue glow, and I go.
I do plan on killing her.
Sure.
What you guys do with the afterlife is totally up to you, but personally,
I don't need to torture her, to be honest.
I'm with
so-
Reinhardt
I
on
was-
this. I say we just kill her.
I was lied to. I don't like the revelry. And being lied to by the revelry for giving him the one schmid chance that this might be our way in. There is no convincing me from this point.
Okay. I understand.
I tried. It failed.
I am still here. I just don't want you guys to see me eating.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I'm
yeah.
hungry or something.
Canadians eat differently than humans.
That's
Yeah.
right. We haven't observed one in the natural
He has
habitat.
to unhinge his head and just.
I unhinge my jaw and then the second jaw comes out.
Jawception.
He looks at like a
Because
dog.
xenomorph the tongue that's actually a mouth
Yeah.
also.
What monsters like that in Monster Hunter? Oh no, it was one of the freaking dragons, the elder dragons that we fought, the last ones where it had the jaw in the jaw.
Valhazak.
No, not Val Hazak. On Rise, the last ones we fought,
Anyways,
the Thunder one, the All Mother. She had the jaw in the
Oh!
jaw.
Yeah. Well, it was like a weird
Val
beak.
Hazak.
Valhazak has a jaw and then an outer jaw. Doesn't matter. So
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
got it. We'll kill her. We'll deal with her. Fine. The question now is. Oh. The question now is. After we kill them. After we get the information and kill them. What do we do? How do we kill them in a way that it doesn't completely ruin any chance of us walking down the city streets without being hunted? Because as much as I do despise the revelry, and that bitch in particular, the problem would still arise that we'd still have to go.
Is there a way to
searching.
get her off the ship and secluded?
Not easily.
Let me
I
think,
mean-
actually.
how
We
many
could
minutes of air does a bag
fly-
of holding have?
None.
10,
To be fair,
10
What's
minutes.
ever
can-
in their lung?
we can attempt to bring her off ship
about
by
10
saying the magical items is too difficult to bring on a boat, a rowboat, essentially, and have her come off ship.
That's a good
Um,
idea, actually.
We could fly over there at night and then just feather fall down.
At that point, we don't need to bring any magical items that we're trying to give up. We can just kill her.
Well, the problem with just killing her is we still
And then
want
just-
the information.
Oh, you could.
We
dimension
still
door
need
her
the
out.
information on the.
Well, we
Genku.
bring her here to a meeting place. Show her the magic items.
But I
Yeah.
say again,
Get
The
the
we
crew would know.
still
information
have
and then
the
kill her.
issue. Yeah, the problem is getting that information is going to be difficult. Because do remember, just in case those of you who forget what I can do with my ability to speak with the dead, they still retain their enemies and friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see us as an enemy, they're not going to answer any of our questions.
I'm sure she
I
can
don't
be
know how-
persuaded to tell anything.
You
So we need to
can
gain her
try,
trust.
but
She needs to acquire the magical items, and then we kill her. We get
how
the
hard
knowledge.
How hard would it be, Snyder, for you to drum up some low-level scrolls?
I think we're looking
will
at a
take more
week
time.
here.
How
The
long would
revelry,
it take to
the
get?
revelry pirates of crayons, fine.
How long would it take? No worries. How long would it take to drum up 10 cantrip scrolls?
Well,
Generally, it's
She
still a
did-
week, but hold on.
mention. I can also offer up my cape. Cape. as well as my gray bag of tricks to kind of help finagle our way into this conversation, because I'm assuming we're getting everything back.
Of course, we're getting everything back.
Yes, so we're going into it knowing we're getting everything back.
Always assume
Yeah,
we're not.
that's why.
Always
That's
assume.
why I'm giving up things I'm kind of okay with giving up. If I didn't have them, I'm okay. I'm not entirely out.
There's nothing I can really.
So
Actually,
the
quick
cape,
question: was Fang a magic user? Would she be able to tell if something was magic?
she said I wasn't there. Never mind.
I'll get back to you on the scroll thing, by the way. Give me
That
2
was
seconds.
a Savari thing where she talked to her regarding about the circumstances of the items that brought back.
Chris,
So,
would I remember? I would remember if she mentioned that she had any means of
She is not a
confirming.
caster, judging by the fact that none of the Revelry are casters. They're trying to find mages.
Saren, a few days. A few days.
A few days.
a mockingjay goes flying by and says, "You better bring me back something better than just a wand." Caw!
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird ass
Because
bird.
I mean, when I look at my
She
what I keep in
specifically
my
did say
bag-
scrolls.
Okay, I mean when I go looking into my bag and I see what I have, I've got 3 weapons I'm not using: the lance, my old splint mail, and my old shield.
How about your haversack?
No,
Okay. This is that. I mean, we're
no. The amount of money in my sack is worth more than everything we have.
That is a
Plus,
point
it's
of contention.
basically a bomb.
about
The
everything we
haversack is
have,
actually
but
kind
You
of
guys
tiny.
do have to remember, most of my bag is full with
I know.
fucking raw residual.
Nick,
I've literally got a fucking bomb.
just a little reminder: the haversack is actually kind of tiny. I don't
is
know if
tiny.
you're actually holding too much already.
Oh,
No.
I mean, a lot of my pouches are all full. But
What does Mordecai have that he could offer up?
I mean, I can give my armor, that shield, and that lance. If it's, I mean, she's not gonna know what's magic and what's not.
Mordecai
looks
would be
like
more
a
than
lot.
happy to offer up the short bow and the helm of telepathy. Aeorian short bow and a helm of telepathy.
You'd
I
not
wouldn't-
want to give them the telepathy.
I wouldn't, Mordecai. I wouldn't give them anything of actual value. If it comes to that, we'll just kill her and use one of our many ways to try and get answers. It's not worth it to us to actually give her things of value. I will pull out my splint mail, the shield, and the lance.
I would like to point out just real quick: you could just get onto the strip, extract her, and then interrogate her.
Yeah, but then the problem with interrogating.
We're kidnapping
is
a
that
captain.
We're
Yes, that's
kidnapping
a very bad
First time.
idea.
You
Not
don't
the
want to
first time we've
kidnap
done
a
something like
captain.
that.
You're right, but here's the problem, and the one problem, Snyder, we have. We are not done here. If we were done here, we had the sage, we knew what Robin was doing in this area, we had the Kenku. If we just needed to get the Kenku, I would be all for dropping in and gutting her in her ship for them to find in the morning with fucking her blood written across the ground. Don't fuck with people. But we can't do that. We still have things we have to do here.
Yeah.
A lot of things that require a lot of communication with the Revelry and the Myriad.
Maybe we could play that to our advantage.
Yeah.
We
lot
can
of
make
Give me a few
clean in
days,
and out.
and I will.
I mean, we
And
could
I'll
make it look like the Myriad killed her.
I have a band.
Oh,
That's right.
that's true.
Maybe I dropped it. Also, that may be beneficial to our plan. We go in, we take her. If it's clean, drop the band. Next morning, we come back with our findings from the Kern Hill, asking to speak with Fang. Or we find out she's dead.
He's dead for going.
Kind of
and
clear,
dealing with
or taken
magic.
at least. And we're kind of like, oh, well, we just got back from our mission for her.
She's dead for trying to get magical items, which they ban.
kind of an idea. I don't know.
That's
But,
a
um,
brilliant idea, to be quite honest.
Kind of throwing
It
it out there, but like,
wouldn't take me long to get
But-
the appropriate spells or scrolls.
Honestly,
I suppose.
I
it depends.
like Reinhardt's idea. That's
It depends on
perfect.
how we want to go about it, right? That one's
mean-
kind of a shot in the dark if we get a clean escape with.
But we can do it. I mean, you have the ability to teleport.
They have to be
Let
willing.
me-
Oh,
Yeah,
I
let
don't
me-
know
They
that.
with
don't
Shadow
have
Walk.
to be
Let me
willing if
reiterate.
they're in a bag of holding.
Yes, that can work under that circumstance because technically I
Mm.
am traveling an item, not a person.
Is that with
don't
Dimension
have-
Door, or was that with?
With
So-
all teleportation
Shadow
spells,
Walk.
to my knowledge.
All teleportation.
need
If
to
it's
So
an
be-
item,
you'd only
need
last
to
10
be
minutes
willing.
inside the bag of holding.
that's
I
fine.
understand that. But here's
Uh,
the thing.
With it, one sec. Dimension door, instantaneous.
They have to be willing, though.
They have to be willing, but if they're in a bag of holding, the bag of holding is willing because I'm holding it.
Fair enough.
That's one.
Thought you meant the
Instantaneous.
Shadow Walk. I'm like, making sure. Do you?
Thunderstep, in this instantaneous, however, is up to 90
Loud.
feet, not
Very-
500 feet.
Very loud.
Also very loud.
Thunderstep
Well,
is
it's
very
not
loud too.
loud if we can get her.
Dimension
It's
door
not
is verbal.
loud. Here's the thing. Thunderstep would not be loud in a ball of silence. What is the range in which you deal with?
No, I can't cast it.
You
It's
could
strictly
cast-
verbal.
You could say the words, and I cast silence. I'm perceptive enough to watch your mouth close right before the spell takes place.
The thing is, doesn't it make noise on exit and entry?
One sec. Teleport yourself to an unoccupied space. I can see within range. I have to see within range. That's a big one. Immediately after I disappear, a thunderous boom sounds. After I disappear, so either you're stuck on the ship still, or a boom happens.
Can you
Make a
recall
con
us away,
save.
Hayden?
You can bring along objects as long as their weight does not exceed what I can carry. I can also teleport one willing creature, so you're stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're in a bag of holding, which I can carry you. Maybe. What's my carrying capacity?
Bag of holding, it has a
No.
500-pound limit though.
My personal
Hey, Chris.
carrying capacity.
Oh, your personal.
Hey, Chris.
I don't know if I can or not.
With my understanding of how my teleportation spell goes,
Word of
If a-
recall.
Word of Recall, which is very similar. If their entire body but their head was in a bag of holding, would they be a person or an item?
They're a person. Because they are still an entity as a creature that is unwilling.
Mm-hmm.
If they were
I'm
completely in the bag, they would be in a demi-plane. And it would be fine.
Well, gentlemen,
One
we could
goes
also
down.
use my spell, which is an instantaneous travel back to the keep, which would make it very easy to get things out of her, as we literally have a hold.
Again, I would be perfectly fine just giving some easy items and then coming back and finishing the job. That would be actually more convenient at this point, and we'd be done with discussing it.
I'm kind of stuck between the two as well,
I
where
feel it'd be better
we
if
bring the items to her, and we have the possibility of getting the information out right then and there, and we kill her. As far as my knowledge of the city, they don't really care.
No, we have to.
still can't be seen.
It'd be best.
we wouldn't.
Yeah.
We can't be seen. That's the thing. We can't be seen going to talking to her.
That's fine.
and killing her.
Well, and in the killer, we could go separately the day later, or the night later rather. Night later, yes, that
But the
one.
problem is, then we're seen with her again, and she dies afterwards. I mean,
Harbinger?
No, not when the ship is
Harbinger?
blown up.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Interesting. What's the smallest you can cast it to? Smallest
mean?
animal. Smallest creature.
Tiny. I suppose a hamster or a rat.
Can you do a fly?
I don't know. A rat on a boat?
That's too dangerous.
Or a flying rat.
It's just
pigeon.
bang.
Yeah, but if
I
I'm a
prefer something
fly,
without teeth.
no, no, no. I'm saying if you were to get someone who's
Like a mole? Would a mole work? Moles are small.
I was figuring either Torn and I, somebody who can instantaneously teleport themselves out of there after they get what's done is done. After we get the information, an hour later.
Oh, I'd like to destroy the ship. That's why I'm.
How small can my
Fine.
familiar be? If I
You're
if
the
I
same
look
as
through, if I look
mine,
through the eyes
right?
of my familiar, and then I teleport, can I teleport through using geometry?
Geometry.
I haven't broken
You
Find
know what I'm
Familiar
trying to
like
get
that
at?
yet, even though I know I
I
could.
think I don't know your abilities wording. You have a spell that lets you cast
that-
from the familiar.
No, but like if I see the location and get a general
Yeah.
idea where,
Guess what you see.
dimension door there.
Yeah, I would allow it.
If I've seen it through the eyes of my familiar.
Yeah, I'd allow it.
I've purposely not asked that question.
Well, Dimension Door,
Okay.
it's pretty like vague as it is, as far as like that way, 200 feet. So,
Yeah.
So,
Or a specific point. I believe it's a specific point you see, or 200 feet that way, 400 feet left and to the right.
let's see.
Okay, I feel like we have two options. Either
We
we
have
grab her, leave, torture her, get the answers, make it look like the Myriad did it. Or give her the scrolls, kill her later, or give her the scrolls, kill her later, make it look like the Myriad punished her for the magic. Those are our
I'm
two
fine
options.
either way, really, so long as we kill her.
I feel
Really?
the one way is very confirming on getting the information. The other way is very confirming on killing. The question is, which is more important to us?
We get the information
We need
first.
the
We look
information.
good.
the information
We
is
want to look
key,
good.
Then we give her
and
the scrolls.
the Revelry don't know I'm alive.
Okay, fine, cool. That's what we'll do. Fine.
All right, let's do that
Let me
then.
get to work. Let me get to work.
Pad thing. That's where the polymorph can come into effect. Things don't go as planned. We walk away. Someone gets polymorphed, buzzes back around over that area. So with polymorph, does that count as I have all stats as that animal, right?
Yeah. You become that animal essentially. We have memories though. That's it. So you can distinguish friend or foe.
I was like, who the fuck is doing the national anthem right now? And I was like, oh, I'm on base. It's 10 o'clock. I was just like,
Oh, say again.
Okay. Because like for an hour, that would give us plenty of time to get away while someone hovers around. What are your limitations on polymorph?
I'd rather not use it since it's a save. But
For the person being cast upon. If I'm willing,
if you want me to cast polymorph on you,
it's instant.
correct.
Yeah, done. But as far as what you can cast me into, or
Animals, I suppose, right now. Beast mostly. That's it.
I'm trying to find it something very
I can fit you in my
not
pocket. That's fine.
inconspicuous to a boat, like a rat or a fly, I guess.
A rat's fine.
Seagull.
Fly is
Seagull.
too dangerous. You could easily be squished, and then you pop up in as yourself.
And since as a fly, I would have the memory or the knowledge of a fly. I want something a little bit more
It would be
probably see.
too
You want-
unwieldy.
too chaotic. I want something a bit more controlled.
As you guys discuss
Just a thought.
into the morning, That's where we'll call the session here.
We ain't gonna know what happened to me. Man, that's
You get
dirty.
faded to
We'll find
black,
out
You,
later.
man.
gotta fade to black. You gotta fade to
Next
black.
time.
Right.
You get
Man, I get a
Remember,
fade
this is
black.
You
This is
wake
a
up.
PG stream.
You wake
You
up
wake
and your
up.
pelvis is crushed.
make a Constitution saving throw for exhaustion.
And
What
a
was
strength
seduction?
saving
A couple
throw.
Constitution saving throws.
Strength
It's
saving throw.
strength
So
I
you
like
should be a
I
big
like that
woman.
everyone is just like roll for seduction. No. Concentration con save please.
Constitution for if you're exhausted due to the night. Strength save for if your pelvis was shattered.
Man, there's a reason why none of y'all DM.
What was that?
Why are you making that face, Chris? It
Right.
doesn't make me look it doesn't make me feel positive.
Chris is thinking about it. Chris is thinking about it.
No, don't do this to me.
Sorry to tell you, Chris. How much will it cost to get this?
Just give
to
him
get
some
these rolls
bruises.
to happen.
Am I
Listen.
getting bribed now?
Why are you
Yeah.
bribing the
Oh, no,
DM,
no,
you son of a
no.
bitch?
Hypothetically,
Openly, you're getting bribed.
have-
Openly.
I have 3,198 gold. How much will that cost?
Joke's on you.
Just
I got
in-game
fucking
currency.
platinum. I'll
Yeah,
pay that
in-game
man
currency.
more.
You could just take.
We all have
and
your
go
Venmo,
to-
Chris. We all have your Venmo.
You know what, Chris?
think
Give
it's-
me your Venmo. Give me.
Ingrid is 2 eyes.
Viking, how much do I pay you to not make those rolls?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll have a
Constitution.
bidding war to decide who what decision this goes. I'll have a
I'll give you
bidding war.
4 bars of soap.
You're not
Some
taking
of
this
you.
away.
Okay, guys,
You
now's
son
our
of a
chance. Viking
bitch.
can't talk. Let's start the bidding.
The stream can hear me. The stream can hear me. You can't
Wait,
block
the
out my
stream can hear you?
voice.
All right, wait.
The
Before you
stream
end the
can hear
stream,
me.
before you end the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe before the stream ends, we'll be sure to announce your name next Wednesday
Hey, yeah,
when we
Like and
start the
wait.
show.
yeah.
Like,
I can do that.
Wait, we can find out who likes your stream?
Yeah. Or who
Likes and
follows.
subscribes. Likes and subscribes and follows. Yeah,
YouTube.
like, subscribe, and follow. If you do that, we'll announce your name at the beginning of our next D&D session.
Or even better, put you as like an NPC maybe.
Wait, why don't you stream
No.
to YouTube as well?
No.
Way too much fucking trouble right there. I don't
You
know why
can't.
just that.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
right.
contract.
You're
Pigeon
right.
is
Never
good.
mind.
Oh,
We will
you
do
said
a shout
partner.
out.
I forgot.
Do
You
shout out.
like and subscribe. Heart and subscribe.
Fuck
Heart
yeah.
and sub.
Heart emoji.
Sub emoji.
That's right.
And vote in the chat.
Yeah.
Anavir needs to make a constitution and a strength save to save his pelvis from being dust.
I can't believe you said that in that fucking chat, Josh. Dave is looking hot in the fishnets.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's
That's such an
funny.
old
Alright,
meme.
Anywho,
More than I can, now I can say.
no.
Are
Wait.
we done?
For
we
Yeah.
done
for
with the
those that are
stream?
watching, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like in that video. Check out the description below, and yeah, and have a good one. And we'll see you guys next time.
Nah.
We're done.